About blue bloods a lot of time, and that's exactly what you're going to get in this game today. Reeltown, again, this could be their fourth state championship in school history. They were the runners-up in 2010, 2019. On the other side, Fyffe is going for their fifth state title in 6 years, eighth state championship in 10 years, 8-2 in championships game. But one of the losses, check this out, came back in 2007, Clint Mosley and Leroy. Remember that name a long time ago. But again, that was one of the championship losses there. But two outstanding programs, two great coaches going head-to-head today.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a more seasoned coaching staff here for Fyffe and Reeltown, but especially when you look at what Paul Benefield has been able to accomplish during his tenure at Fyffe, and you look at his overall coaching record, 350-56 in 32 total seasons, and at Fyffe, 27 years at Fyffe alone, 305 wins, and is the third winningest coach in the state of Alabama's history.
He is at number 3 today. He can tie Coach Danny Horn of Clay Central with a win today. They would be tied for second at 351. Terry Curtis still a few wins ahead of both of them. So, again, a very seasoned coach. He's seen it all. 6 state championships to his credit, Coach Paul Benefield. And, you don't know how long he's going to keep doing it, but, man, what a run he has had. And you and I were talking a little bit earlier, when you talk about communities like Fyffe and like Reeltown, 2A football to me is special, not only because it's the way I grew up, but it's also very special because you talk about the communities that are involved here. You talk about when you go to the local cafe and you get lunch and you're a Fyffe football player, people know you. People know your aunt, your uncle. They know exactly that you're a member of this Red Devil team. You don't get that a lot of times in your larger classifications, but it means so much to the community. And you talk about Fyffe, 13-1 coming in out of Region 7. They have had another outstanding year, and it's like we were saying before we went on the air, it's almost expected when you look at this Fyffe program to wind up in a championship game.
Absolutely. The Red Devils 13-1, as you mentioned, in Reeltown 13-0. But in the communities such as Fyffe and Reeltown, you said like you can stop at the corner store and people not only know you, they know your parents, your grandparents, they know all of your family history. And here at this 1A state champion, 2A state championship game, and 1A and 2A, you have those small-knit communities to where when you look at the fan base here for the Fyffe Red Devils sitting in front of us here at Bryant-Denny Stadium, you know they're a close-knit community, and they close everything down right there in DeKalb County to get ready for this state championship, and it's year-round. And I think that the love and the passion that only the Fyffe Red Devils fans have, but also the Reeltown Rebel fans have, will be demonstrated tonight on the field for sure.
Coach Jackie O'Neill had an amazing career at Reeltown. Matt Johnson follows him up, and he's just picked up right where Coach O'Neill left, and he continues to build this program, and constantly they are in the thick of things in the playoffs, maybe falling in the semifinal rounds, but they are, as we say, just another blue blood. They have amazing tradition there.
Yep, 13-0, looking for that perfection, and it's hard to end a season with a perfect record. It's even harder to do it against a team such as the Fyffe Red Devils, but that's what they're seeking for and looking for tonight. And I look forward to seeing them having scored the most points in school history, 554 that is, to where they're going to be able to click offensively, because you look at what the Red Devils allow. They only allow 11.4 points per game, and Reeltown comes in averaging 42.6 and only gives up 12.8 themselves. So in our other contests that we've had, you've seen offensive staffs who really have put points on the board throughout the entire season struggle a little bit. In our last game, the 4A state championship game, it was a defensive battle through the first half. So looking forward to see if it's a back-and-forth offensive contest tonight or whether it's a back-and-forth defensive contest.
Also looking forward to two great running backs that we're going to see in this game. First off, for Reeltown, Arthur Woods. He has been an amazing, had a great career. His senior year, 154 for 2,147 yards. He has 32 touchdowns and 10 100-yard efforts. Arthur Woods, one of those players that can really be elusive. He's also finishes off runs very powerful. One of those guys that's going to get you every inch, and has had a great career and another a great season, and they rely on him heavily down in Reeltown.
Absolutely. You have to look at a young man who plays both ways, running back, defensive back, 5'9", 165-pound senior. This will be his last go-round to lay it all on the line. Anytime you have 30 touchdowns, that in and of itself is very impressive, and we'll see what he's able to do with it. But he's going to have a little help from his teammates this evening, such as Tay Martin, who can run it and also receive it. But as far as Arthur Woods is concerned, tonight we'll see if textbook tackling is in effect for both of these teams.
On the other side, Fyffe has a great running back as well in Logan Anderson last week. 229 yards on 34 carries, 3 touchdowns against a team from Pisgah that last year he tore his ACL in that game, so was unable to play in the championship game 1 year ago today. So kind of shook the cobwebs off in that game last week, but had an amazing game to really pave the way for the Red Devils to make their reservations here at Bryant-Denny.
Yeah, when you punch your reservations for Bryant-Denny, it's a special moment, and playing for a 2A state championship in front of a nice crowd, there's nothing like leaving it all on the line. And we've had close contests here throughout the Super 7. Our last game was the first one that wasn't close. So this one, I'm expecting an old-fashioned slobber knocker, as we like to call it in the wrestling world, to where you do have in the smaller classifications a lot of young men playing both ways. So I don't think anything different tonight in this contest.
Going to be a great one. Again, the 2A state championship game is on tap. We've got clouds here at Bryant-Denny Stadium, but we are moments away from kickoff. When we come back, we're going to take a chance to listen to both head coaches as they prepare for the 2A state championship game right here on the AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
This season, Jack's is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan-favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jack's. All about the South.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
At Andrews Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here treating patients from every generation.
From our local community.
From the state of Alabama.
Across the United States.
And from around the world.
As respected industry leaders,
we are here working hard for you.
Utilizing the most advanced technology.
In an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
At Andrews Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
You may not be a high school athlete, but if you have a sports-related injury, Encore Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine can deliver treatment that will get you back into your game. Injuries occur every day in all the sports you play. Encore provides physical therapy for minor injuries as well as rehab following surgery. Play hard, play to win. But when injuries occur, rely on Encore. With locations across Alabama, there's an Encore near you. Log on to EncoreRehab.com.
You Future One's team sales started with a simple idea, a functional scout team jersey for teams who want to win. Their business was built around selling gear in a way that just makes sense. High quality, at an affordable price, with unbeatable customer service. Every coach and team deserves our best effort and the best product, regardless of program size, record, or history. We pride ourselves in having a competitive team that is dedicated to our customers. We work with you to find the right gear for your program at the right price. Future Ones is a corporate sponsor of the AHSAA.
We're here with Coach Matt Johnson of the Reeltown Rebels, about to play for the 2A state championship after one of the most thrilling games of the season. Coach, congratulations to beat number 1 BB Comer in their place on a last-second walk-off field goal. Has your heart stopped pounding since that moment?
If I had more sleep, it probably wouldn't be, for sure.
What was that like? And it was a bit chaotic, wasn't it? They had to put time back on the clock. What's going through your mind? I know whenever anybody who loves football in the state thinks of putting time back on the clock, they think of Nick Saban and the kick six. That didn't turn out so well for him. It turned out great for you guys.
Right. It was a situation where, it was the last drive. We started with less than 2 minutes, drove down the field, and had a situation where there was a little over 6 seconds on the clock. And so we thought we had time for one more play. We had one timeout, so we just threw a quick out route just to get down a little bit closer, because we knew, it was a situation where if we didn't break it right there, we'd call last time out and get our field goal team on the field. So that's what it was. It was over 6 seconds. We completed a short pass and called timeout, and there was enough time. There was 1 second on the clock, and of course it ran off, and they had to put it back on. So I'm sure there was some controversy if you were on the other side, but it was legit. They got it right, and we snapped it one more time, and Gaines Tapley, our field goal kicker, knocked it through.
It was a bank shot, wasn't it?
It was. It hit the right upright and fell on the other side of the crossbar, so about as close as you can get.
They don't ask how, just how many, right?
That's right.
Is there any danger when that's a monumental win to beat, again, number 1, and they knocked you out last year, correct?
That's right.
BB Comer did.
Quarterfinals.
So you return the favor, you do it at their place, you do it in incredibly thrilling fashion, but you got one more to play. Is there any concern on your part of your players being satisfied, or is that just knowing that you're playing in Bryant-Denny and you're playing a program with a long history of success in Fyffe, will that take care of that?
That's actually a really good question. I felt like in 2019, we went to the state championship. I felt like that was a lot of our issues early on in that game. Of course, a lot of it had to do with Fyffe. Everybody knows how great they are, and the job that Coach Benefield does it's proven. But I also felt like we were still a little hungover from that win the week before. We won in overtime, went for two-point conversion last play. And I felt like that kind of carried over with that team. It was a very emotional high, and then you had to turn right back around and prepare for what Coach Benefield and those guys up there do, which is tough in itself. So that is a really good question. I think that is something that we have to really focus on, get back to preparation tomorrow, and come back down, enjoy it, last night, let the kids enjoy it today, and then come back down and know that preparation is key from Sunday to Thursday this week if we want to continue to have a chance to be successful.
Who are some of the guys that are going to have to step up for you to get this one done?
Right. Well, same guys. It's up front for us on both sides of football is huge. We've got to compete up front, especially with a tight football game and football team that we're going to be facing next week. They're always dominant up front and extremely physical and very disciplined. So that's going to be key for us. And then the guys that got us here. It's no secret. You ride the guys that got you there, and you continue to do that. You don't go into the 15th game of the year or week 15 and start changing stuff and reaching for straws. And it's been a total team effort, and that's what it's got to continue to be.
Well, it's worked out perfectly so far. 13-0, playing in the 2A state championship game against Fyffe. Coach Matt Johnson, congratulations again on another great season. Good luck to you against Fyffe.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you?
I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment?
No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
T's and signs, ad placement, and everything in between, LMG can handle it all. For ease of time, cutting-edge, results-driven marketing campaigns, think LMG. Lee Marketing Group, your comprehensive marketing solution.
This season, Jax is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jax Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jax. All about the South.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
We are getting ready for the Class 2A state championship game, and this gentleman is no stranger to this spot. Coach Paul Benefield back again with the Fyffe Red Devils. Coach, first of all, congratulations on another wonderful season. Nice run. You dropped the first one, haven't lost since.
Yeah, we struggled a little bit. We had some young kids playing, still do, but they grew up and got better each week. So, we're just thrilled to be where we are, and we were happy to be where we were last night, just to be in the game, and then to win was great for our community and great for our kids at their age. That many young kids playing is real. I'm real proud of them.
Fyffe has such a great tradition. This is your 8th Super 7 in the last 10 years, 6 state championships since 2014. But each team's different, isn't it?
It is.
What is different about this team? You mentioned the youth.
The youth is, I don't know if I've ever played 3 or 4 ninth graders and start, and of course we only had 6 seniors, and but it's a different team. Probably 2 seniors starting, or they were before the season. Some of them got hurt, but that's a big difference in this year's team, I think, and. They just they got the confidence and believe they can play.
How good has Logan Anderson been for you in the semifinals? The numbers I saw: 34 carries, 229 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's right. He tore his ACL last year in the semifinals, and so he missed our game in the championship last year. And I was pulling for him last night. I know that broke his heart last year. So it's always a new experience, every championship game. But we're just proud to be back and proud to be able to compete.
How hard has Logan worked to get back to, not just to get back to play, but to be that kind of difference maker and playmaker?
Well, his therapy just went great, and then worked extremely hard. They said harder than anybody they ever saw. So, but I think mentally you have to get over that too. And early in the season, he still had that on his mind a little bit, I guess, and might have even had it a little bit last night, knowing that the same team that he hurt it against. So, you have to. It was 8 months the first game, so that's pretty fast. But all the new things now, the therapies and the surgeries can get them back on the field.
It is amazing what sports medicine can do, but if you don't have that dedication as the athlete, then you're not getting back as fast as Logan did, and certainly not having the kind of season that he's had.
Pain tolerance to go with that.
Exactly. More than probably I would have for sure. Now, you've outscored your opponent 648 to 160 this year. Is that a true reflection of the way you've dominated? Is it the way this team has grown with the young players getting comfortable in their roles? What do you attribute that disparity to?
Probably. It's just been a work in progress every week, and we really went back to work after our loss and tried to continue that through the year. And just kids learning, where to go and what to do, and if you can play faster and better if you know what to do, and you can't be hesitant about what's going on. So I think that's one thing. It's just helped our young offensive line that they know where to go now. At least they may not do a lot when they get there sometimes, but they know where to go.
You've been so successful in this setting, in the championship games. Did you do anything special to prepare your guys to play in Bryant-Denny Stadium, in that size stadium, and where everybody's eyes are going to get big when you first walk out there?
I don't think there's anything you can do for that, but we try to keep everything as normal as we can. But and I worry about that this week. All that stuff the young kids are going to be looking at. So we'll talk to them and try to. But talking sometimes don't work. But we'll do the best we can.
All right, Coach Paul Benefield. The Fyffe Red Devils back in the state championship game again. We'll see them in the 2A final against Reeltown.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local CAT dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
LMG Advertising Agency offers a comprehensive marketing solution tailored to each of our clients' needs. We are a full-service marketing firm offering website design and development, video production, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and overall branding that includes logo design, brochures, mailouts, and more. Our experienced team of marketing professionals would love to come up with a marketing strategy that will deliver results for you and your business. Learn more at lmgadagency.com or call today to start at 256-825-0197.
So, you're a business owner in need of durable, comfortable work uniforms and hats. Or maybe your high school won the section championship and you want to celebrate with custom t-shirts. Or perhaps you'd like matching tees and hats for your family reunions barbecue. At Lee Apparel, we offer you a full-service production facility right here in Central Alabama. From design to printing, every aspect of your order is taken care of here with real people. Find out more at leeapparel.com or call us at 888-533-6758.
Encore is proud to be Alabama's largest privately owned rehabilitation company. Encore's professional team of physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and athletic trainers deliver rehab services for individuals following a surgery, an accident, or illness. Encore's ultimate goal is to restore movement, function, and independence to each individual. Tell your doctor you choose Encore for your rehabilitation. Log on to EncoreRehab.com for a location near you.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seatbelts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Again, they're continuing to introduce our players out here as we get things underway. The players' introduction, always a real thrill for these young guys that they get a chance to have their name called out over the stadium speakers and run out. But, you know, the real thrill is going to be taking place here in about 9 minutes as we get this game underway. And let's talk about how these two teams got here. First off, for the Fyffe Red Devils in the playoffs, again, round one, defeating West End 48-0, getting past Lexington 57-24. A 63-33 win over Locust Fork, and then last week a win over a tough Pisgah squad by a score of 32-14, and they advanced to the championship game, averaging 47 points and giving up only 11, Corey. So they can get it done on both sides of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup is one that both of these communities have been waiting to see all season long. You're looking at a 13-0 Reeltown Rebels team versus a 13-1 Fyffe Red Devils team. This Fyffe Red Devils team hasn't lost since their first game of the season and has now run the table here and are at Bryant-Denny Stadium trying to become back-to-back state champions.
Going to be a great matchup here again as you talk about Fyffe on the other side. Reeltown rolls through the playoffs. Round one defeating Wicksburg 34-14. They defeat Thorsby 48-14. And then they go on the road, a very tough place to play in Cottonwood. They get the win there 42-22. And then last week, a game we've not even talked about here in the pregame, but we'll talk about it, I'm sure, throughout. B.B. Comer hosting the Reeltown Rebels. What a matchup at Legion Field, or Legion Stadium, I should say, over in Sylacauga. And a last-second field goal, and 31-28 as they are able to put on 1 second back on the clock and then kick the field goal to get the advancement into the Super 7. What a dramatic win last Friday night.
The excitement of making it. No matter how you do it, whether it's a 1 second left on the clock, you take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you, and that's exactly what the Reeltown Rebels have done. And you can see this wonderful crowd that they brought here to Bryant-Denny Stadium to partake and participate in an opportunity to bring a blue map back to their community.
The news is Gaines Tapley kicked that 24-yard field goal last week. That was his first field goal of the year. They don't kick extra points. They go for two, and they lined him up, and he hits from 24 yards out. A bank shot as it hit the upright and then fell through and fell behind the goalpost for the three-point win. And an exciting game. I had a chance to watch that game last week, and that's the thing. If you're Coach Johnson, you got to worry, hey, you know, that was such a dramatic win last week, a team that everybody knew was such an outstanding group from B.B. Comer. You get that win, so emotional. You've got to now kind of refocus and get ready to say, hey, that was not the state championship. You've got to go head-to-head with a team like Fyffe this week.
Yeah, I think that you don't want to have any mental letdowns. It's definitely that 24, maybe 48-hour rule, because it's so hard to make it here to the state championship game. And I know that both of these coaches, both of these communities will have their teams grounded and ready for what's at stake here, which is that blue map that both of these coaches would love to have.
Fyffe played all of their games at home throughout the playoffs, and this is their first road trip in the postseason, and it's a big one over here to Tuscaloosa at Bryant-Denny Stadium. We're moments away from kickoff. We'll take one more time out. When we come back, we will have the coin toss and get kickoff underway here of the Class 2A state championship game. It's Reeltown taking on Fyffe on the AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
What value would you gain working with Lee Marketing Group? With 4 divisions under one umbrella, Sign Source, Lee Apparel, R&B Sports Media, and LMG Advertising Agency, Lee Marketing Group offers a comprehensive approach. From logo design, tees and signs, ad placement, and everything in between, LMG can handle it all. For ease of time, cutting-edge, results-driven marketing campaigns, think LMG. Lee Marketing Group, your comprehensive marketing solution.
For Southern Union State Community College, you're gonna find the unexpected. The future is yours like you suspected. Your education's here and now. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is your life's proving ground. Are you ready for Southern Union State Community College?
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Joining the Army National Guard to serve part-time as a soldier is a life-changing decision, and it's a decision that also comes with opportunities. Soldiers can learn valuable and transferable job skills. They are eligible for education and health care benefits that can ease or eliminate some financial burdens. Plus, soldiers receive payment for every day spent in part-time service, adding to their civilian career's income. Learn more about these and other opportunities from your local recruiter or at nationalguard.com.
Are you ready for a real education that fits your life? The 24 colleges of the Alabama Community College System offer real degrees in real campus life. Full-time or part-time, there are options for everyone, from adult education and certifications to degree programs and workforce training. Experience real-life education at its best, your version of success in your community on your time. Visit accs.edu and begin your journey at your local community college.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Back at Bryant-Denny Stadium, we are moments away from our coin toss. We will be joining our PA announcer here for that. As we get this game underway for our coin toss, we will toss it over to the stadium PA and get introduced to our captains as well as the teachers that are joining them out on the field. And we will listen in to the referee's call as they prepare for today's coin toss in the 2A championship game.
To midfield for today's coin toss ceremony. Joining today's team captains are 4 faculty members from each school serving as honorary captains. From Fyffe High School, Counselor April Hill. Second grade faculty member Jennifer Bryan. Kindergarten faculty member Natasha Wilkes. And school bus driver Lori Ashley. From Reeltown High School, 8th grade faculty member Jan Ledbetter. 9th through 12th grade faculty member Jennifer Futrall. Guidance counselor Allison Rogers. And family and consumer science faculty member Elizabeth Puckett.
All right, gentlemen, congratulations for making it to the 2A championship game. Congratulations for being selected as a captain for this game. Being a captain comes with great responsibility, and that's leadership. Let's show leadership and good sportsmanship out there today. We've got a coin here being presented. Thank you, big man. All right, Fyffe, you guys are the visiting team. You're going to call the toss. Eagle is heads, National Guard tails. Heads, tails. I want you to go ahead and call the toss now. Heads is the call. And it is tails. Reeltown, you guys have won the toss. What do you want to do? Reeltown has won the toss and is elected to defer. You guys want the ball. Which end of the field do you want to defend? All right, you guys put your backs over here. Fyffe, put your backs over here. Reeltown won the toss, selected to defer. Fyffe will receive down at this end zone. Y'all shake hands. Let's have a great game, gentlemen.
Joining the coin toss there, and you hear that Fyffe will be on offense first. Let's take a look at their lineup. First at quarterback Blake Dobbins, 6 foot 170, a junior, and the running back behind him, Logan Anderson, 6'2", 200. We were talking a little bit during the break. 2,600 yards, or 2,590. Let's go ahead and say 2,600. 230 attempts and 41 touchdowns for Logan Anderson. He's 6'2", 200, only a junior. The wingback, Simon Hicks, 5'11", 210, a junior. Caden Sharp, 5'8", 150, a senior. Caden Sharp, by the way, last year had a broken collarbone in the first round of the playoffs. Just said his shoulder was sore and played the entire playoffs last year with a broken collarbone, by the way. Tough as a $3 sirloin. Also on the outside, you got Ryder Smith at a tight end, 5'10", 160, a sophomore. Weston Evans, 6 foot 205, a freshman. The front line of Jay Lyles, he's the center, 6 foot 185, a freshman. The guards, Levi O'Connor, 6 foot 225, a senior. Jacob Butts at 5'8", 215, a junior. And the tackles, Jesse Martin, 5'10", 180, a junior. And Tucker Wilkes, 6'2", 280, a senior. Now, talked about the center, Jay Lyles, the center last year. His name was Jake Wooden. I met him and his family this morning at Ramajama's, and I got to give him a shout-out because they bought my breakfast.
There you go. It's nothing like hospitality here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, especially when it comes down to getting a nice meal at Ramajama's. It doesn't beat that.
Had a chance to stop by there and grab some breakfast on the way to the stadium this morning, and we just struck up a conversation about Fyffe football and the years that they have been here and years gone by, and talk football. And next thing I know, I'm in line with them, and after that, they would not let me pay for my breakfast. So again, trying to get some brownie points for Fyffe as we move to this championship game. Looking across the field, a great representation from Reeltown. Just in front of us, the Fyffe fans are here in force as well. This is what high school football is all about, and I am looking forward to being with you and broadcasting this game. It's been one I've looked forward to since we got our game assignments heading into this week.
Absolutely. Getting ready to kick off this 2A state championship game, Tommy. Looking forward to it. Should be a barn burner.
For Reeltown, kicking it off is going to be Gaines Tapley. He had the big field goal to get his team here. Only a junior, and he will kick it off. Back deep in the middle is Anderson. Let's see if they try to keep it away from him. Nope, going right at him. He will field it at the 10-yard line to the 15, to the 20. Breaks a tackle across the 30. Stumbling forward, he'll bring it out to the 33-yard line to start things up. 1st and 10 for the Fyffe Red Devils.
He just runs so hard, and like you said, he's a weapon, whether it's on special teams or on offense. We're going to call his name a lot tonight.
Reeltown will start most likely in a 3-4 defense. Devin Bragg in the middle at 5'9", 210, a sophomore. The defensive ends are Zachary Riley, 5'11", 285, a senior. Baylor Clayton, 6'4", 230. He is at the far defensive end. It's going to be the keeper on the right side. Anderson spins away. He's in the open field. Midfield, 40, 30-yard line, 25. One man to beat. He catches up with him, and they'll bring him down inside the 15. Anderson all the way to the Reeltown 10.
Nothing too fancy right there, just running right at you off of the right guard. As at the line of scrimmage, they go down at the same time. The timing is immaculate, and they're not going to pass the ball unless it's an emergency situation. Run, and more run. Reeltown going to have to wrap up, but that's an electric run to begin this contest.
The double wing offense, you'll see it all day, and it's so hard to prepare for when you've got a team that's really been in their program so long in Reeltown. These guys pretty much run it when they're in diapers. And now here in the championship game, 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line. Handoff going to be Anderson left side. He will fight inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Good penetration on the far side. Reeltown going to get the stop there. Leading the charges is going to be Hagan Lewis.
Time will go by very fast in these quarters because of the running of both of these teams. But Blake Dobbins, the quarterback, goes all the way to the sidelines, gets the call, goes back to the huddle with that after every play.
2nd down. 4-5. Looking to the near side is Dobbins. Got Anderson back there with him. They'll go to Anderson right side. Following his blockers, bounces it outside. 5-yard line, runs through. Defender dives into the end zone. Fyffe is on the board. Tough running for Anderson. And the Red Devils score quickly to take a 6-0 lead.
42nd rushing touchdown of the season. It's just like machine-like. You have to wrap up, and when you try to wrap him up, he just lowers his head, bowls over you, and gets a rushing touchdown from 3 yards out.
And just so you know, he's already got 80 yards in the ballgame. Logan Anderson already with 80 on that first drive. And again, actually, correction, 88 yards. Extra point is coming up right here. Going to be Jesse Martin trying to boot it through for the Red Devils. 10:32 left here in the first period. They are reviewing to see, as again, it's a scoring play. Want to make sure that he did get into the end zone. And it may be a review. Let's see.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown. Previous play is under further review.
So they're going to take a look at it, and we'll try to bring you up to date on that as well. Tough running as Anderson just ran through a defender at about the 4-yard line. He dives for the pylon over in the right corner, which is closest to us. They're just going to check and make sure the knee did not hit ground. I don't think so. That's just an amazing effort.
Well, how do you like this, Tommy, to start the football game? Logan Anderson, he gets the kickoff, takes it, then he gets the carry, then he gets another carry, then he gets another carry. So it was all Logan Anderson on that entire opening series from the kickoff to the ultimate touchdown for Logan Anderson and the Fyffe Red Devils.
3 carries, 88 yards, and if you're the Reeltown defense, really, there's so many plays that Fyffe will run off of this formation as far as inside handoffs, kind of a little bit of reverse action. This was straight power football on that first drive.
Absolutely. There's nothing that is surprising about what's coming at you. When you've only thrown a total of 16 passes the entire season, you're not going to change your format now. You're going to run right at Reeltown, make them stop it. That's the trademark of Paul Benefield and of this double wing offense that they run.
Review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
So Fyffe goes up 6-0, 10:32 left here in this first period. Very quick strike by the Red Devils. As we said, Martin on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Maddox Doss. Martin, a junior, as he'll try to put it up and through. And that kick is right between the pipes, and 7-0. Fyffe jumps out to the quick lead here in the 2A state championship game.
Tommy, this may be the quickest drive that we'll see for Fyffe the entire game. And if Reeltown doesn't wrap up, it's going to be a long afternoon for Reeltown, the Rebels, because they know what's coming. It's just a matter of wrapping up, trying to stop number 24 in white.
The first run that Anderson made, he was hit at the line of scrimmage but spun away. Next thing you know, he's down the near sideline. They were able to track him down and drop him, but again, tackling is going to be very Martin going to kick it off. Back deep for the Rebels. You got number 17 over on the far side, and that's going to be Reed Wood. Good-looking freshman.
And what I want to see here is the kicking game of Jesse Martin. Let's see how the special teams of Fyffe is able to impact this contest.
Kick right down the middle of the field. This is going to be, it's like Arthur Woods there. Going to the right side, breaks a tackle for a 30-yard line, 35, slips through a defender to the 40-yard line and out to the 42-yard line. Woods going to try to one-up Anderson. He'll get a big return there. Again, these are two great runners that we're seeing head-to-head, and right now it's Arthur Woods' time.
Arthur Woods, he is the 5'9", 165-pound senior with electric and explosive speed. We've seen him rush for 2,100 yards, 32 touchdowns, so I know there'll be a steady dose of him as well.
He'll be joined in the backfield by fullback Devin Bragg, also quarterback Jacob Hornsby. They'll sweep it to the near side. Woods looking for a running lane. He cuts it back, finds his way close to midfield. Good gain on first down to the 49-yard line, so a gain of about 6. We'll call it 2nd and 4.
Tucker Wilkes, the 6', 230-pound junior on the stop for Fyffe, but not before positive yards. It's gaining 2nd and short now. 4, as a matter of fact, for Reeltown.
Other skill folks for Reeltown, it's going to be Demetrius Brown, 6'1", 200. Tay Martin, very explosive, 5'11", 170. He is a junior. Hagan Lewis at 6', 180, a junior. Handoff up the middle. Breaking the first tackle, got him by a shirt tail, but fighting for the first down. That's Woods again, and he will pick up first down yardage, it would appear, as they will look to the sideline and advance it forward. First down and 10 for the Rebs.
That's exactly what they want to do. You saw the way Fyffe was able to come out and establish the line of scrimmage for themselves. Reeltown on this drive has done a good job so far finding the opening holes, being very patient, and showing the balance of the attack of their offense.
We'll check out the offensive line in just a moment. Good job on those first 2 plays. Reeltown trying to answer. They're down 7-0. Handoff on the outside. That's to Martin. Martin turns the corner down the far sideline. 30, 25, 20. He will outrun everybody to the house. And Reeltown with the answer into the end zone for a touchdown.
You couldn't ask for a better answer offensively. We didn't know whether this was going to be a defensive struggle or an offensive struggle. But guess what they've shown us? That both of these teams do produce elite speed. And that was one that was taken to the house for a touchdown. And now we have a chance to tie this game, or they love to go for the 2-point conversion. So we'll see how that's going to play a difference.
Yeah, they will stick with the 2-point conversion as Hornsby brings them into the huddle. 9:01 left here in the first period. Reeltown trailing 7-6. Chance to take the lead with a 2-point conversion here. Hornsby. 3 wideouts to his right. He'll step, throw it on the slant, too hot, and incomplete. Trying to find Lewis, just slanting in there, couldn't connect with him. And the score remains 7-6, 9:01 remaining here in this first period.
Anything you can do, I can do better. If you can have a 3-play drive that results in 6 points, I can also have a 3-play drive that results in 6 points. And the difference here is the 2-point conversion fails. 7-6, Fyffe leads Reeltown.
So let's see how Fyffe can now answer the Reeltown plays. Again, the touchdown drive of 3 plays. Look, we said it was going to be a fast-moving ball game. We're only, 6 minutes in? 9:01? This has been an incredible ball game already. Going to be a lot of fun watching these two teams go back and forth.
It really is, and that's exactly what you want. You want teams to throw haymakers and show anything you can do, I can do better. Now let's see here if they're able to angle this one away from Logan Anderson, because they kicked right to him, and from the opening kickoff, he had 3 touches, and then he was in the red zone, or the end zone rather, for Fyffe. Let's see here if they're able to change anything up and kick away from him, or directionally kick, so it's not so easy for him to score.
Doss and Gibson are back there with him, with Anderson on the return. Kicking off Gaines Tapley for the Rebels. Good high kick. Going to be Anderson again. 20-yard line to the 25, to the 30. He's hit there, spins away, falls across to the 35-yard line, and that's where Fyffe will take over. First down and 10.
First and 10 from their own 35-yard line. We saw a heavy dose of Logan Anderson on the last possession, already having close to 88 rushing yards. And you look at his numbers here, if he gets over 300 today, he will be in rare air with 3,000 rushing yards on the season.
Incredible year for Anderson. Fyffe with possession. They'll give it to Anderson on the inside, handoff to Gibson. Gibson goes left side. He's got open field. Midfield is Gibson to the 40-yard line, to the 35, breaks a tackle there. 30, 25, 20, carrying defenders forward, fights his way through, and he'll find his way into the end zone. Scorefest underway officially here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. On the run that time, an incredible effort by Ryder Gibson, a freshman, and he gets into the end zone.
Ryder Gibson rode his way to the end zone. The 5'9", 165-pound freshman decides to make an early house call for himself here as a freshman. 65 yards to the house. One play, 65 yards, 15 seconds of possession. And Tommy, they normally save the fireworks for the end of the night. No, not so here. Fireworks early on the field.
Just a great run, and he again, defender had the angle on him, showed some strength there to fight through the tackle. The kick by Martin is up, and it is good. 14-6, your new score. The Fyffe Red Devils leading over Reeltown, but he gets in the open field and broke it to the sideline. The defender had a couple of chances to bring him down. He uses a stiff arm to get away at about the 40-yard line. Then he accelerates a second stiff arm at the 20 and then breaks a tackle where they try to grab around the feet and gets into the end zone. Great effort.
Sometimes you use that stiff arm as extra acceleration, and when you're already in motion and the defender pushes you and you're able to stiff arm, it's not like he was thinking about stopping. He used that stiff arm to continue to propel his motion forward, and it kind of accelerated and made him go a little faster, but he definitely was able to finish that run. He showed great balance on the sidelines, great lower body strength, not being knocked down either, and it's another touchdown on the board for Fyffe.
Yeah, just continued to create separation. Just again kept pushing the hands off of him and battled his way down there, kind of, jockeying for position and a little hand checking all the way into the end zone. But a great effort that time to get on the board. 14-6 the score. We've got 8:39 in the first period. Martin to kick it off for the Red Devils. Back deep, you got Arthur Woods and Reed Wood. They await the kick. Low wobbly kick going to be fielded. Arthur Woods comes across and he'll field it to the far side. Trying to make one man miss. He does. Gets across the 30 and out to about the 32-yard line. So here comes the Rebel offense. We talked about the guys in skill position. Let's talk about the guys up front. Bowman Brumbelow, excellent, outstanding lineman there at center. 6'2", 300. He is a junior. The guards are Dylan Bright, 5'11", 240, a junior, and Ace Foy, 5'9", 240, a junior. The tackles, Zachary Riley, 5'11", 285, a senior, and Baylor Clayton, 6'4", 230. He is a junior.
Well, I tell you, we've had a 3-play touchdown, 3-play touchdown, 1-play touchdown. We'll see what this second possession leads to.
First down and 10, handoff. Arthur Woods, nope, check that in the backfield. It's going to be number 2 down the far sideline. He'll take it across the 45-yard line. That's Traylon Roberts on the carry, and he will take it for first down yardage stepping out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Traylon Roberts, the 5'9", 185-pound freshman. So we're seeing a lot of freshmen out here for both of these teams, but a great job by the offensive line getting push, picking up a fresh set of downs.
First and 10, ball on the far hash. Reeltown going from our right to our left. Blue pants, blue jerseys, silver numerals, white headgear. They'll sweep it to the near side. It's Roberts trying to get a step. He does turn the corner to midfield. He'll take it into Fyffe territory and be butted out of bounds, but not before he reaches the 45-yard line.
Great job of being able to turn the corner. And when you don't set the edge, you do allow him to gain and hit that corner and pick up that first down and move the sticks. And Reeltown is definitely trying to exploit the perimeter against this Fyffe Red Devil defense.
Roberts checks out. Woods will come back in. First and 10 at the 45-yard line of Fyffe. Reeltown steps in with a powerful set. Tight end to the left side. They'll stay in tight. Hand it off. Inside handoff. Nothing doing that time. Tried the little reverse, and that was the give off to Tay Martin. And the defense stands tall that time. Looked like Anthony Mill in there. Tucker Wilkes as well.
Ryder Gibson also stays home. And when you're able to go ahead and stay home and not get fooled by the eye candy, that's what's huge here. And now when you look at down and distance-wise, no gain, 2nd and 10 for the Rebels.
Fyffe leads 14-6. 7:37 left here in the first period. 2 tight end look this time. Motion man comes across. They'll fake it. Hand it off to Woods. Second man through. Woods get him by the shirt tail and hang on and able to bring him down. Simon Hicks on the stop. Woods will pick up a couple, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for Reeltown.
Well, I love the fact that Fyffe not falling for the eye candy in motion and stay with the quarterback. But what you're doing is setting up something for later on, because you'll see the way the defense flows, and according to the flow, you'll go ahead and you'll run something that will counteract that flow of the defenders moving down the field.
Eye backfield. This time, dropping back to pass. Looking in the flats, got a man out there. Catch is going to be made inside the 40 to the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. That time they look on the outside, and a great throw. A good catch out there by Xavier Thomas. But Hornsby hits him right between the numbers, and that's another Rebel first down.
5'9", 150-pound senior with that reception, and it was a great throw. Plenty of time for him to have a one-step drop and get rid of it. Fresh set of downs at the Red Devil 35.
By far the longest drive of the day, especially when you're talking about time. For Reeltown, eye backfield, back behind Hornsby. Split out, goes to the far side. Takes the snap, gives it off. Woods will try the left side. Jump step into the middle of that interior. And the defense there waiting on the stop that time was Holden Smith and Simon Hicks.
No question that Arthur Woods was going to run hard right up the center of this defense. And now you pick up 2.5, close to 3 yards there on that first down opportunity. It's going to bring up a 2nd, and they're officially going to call it 7.
5:51 left here in the first period. 14-6 our score. Fyffe leading over Reeltown. I'm Tommy Wood along with Corey LeBounty here in this 2A state championship game. And here comes Woods to the near side. He is hit, but not before he dives inside the 30-yard line and knocked forward all the way close to the 25.
A mammoth block by Baylor Clayton. The 6'4", 230-pound offensive lineman absolutely decleated the defender to clear the way there for an outstanding run, 3rd and 1. But that's the type of physicality you love to see in the trenches. You love to see people be knocked on their backside and bow up on defense and go toe-to-toe.
Here's 3rd and 1. Hornsby gives it off right side, bouncing it out, now cutting it in, getting his first down inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Traylon Roberts again. And they rattle the chains, and Reeltown keeps the drive alive.
Well, one thing about these two offenses, the two offensive lines don't get enough credit. And that opens the holes for Logan Anderson and for Arthur Woods. And the big nasties, the big uglies up front doing the dirty work and reaping the benefits on the scoreboard for their teams.
Eye backfield again behind Hornsby. Split out, comes to the near side. It's 1st and 10 inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line. Maybe even the 23. Unbalanced line to the right. They'll give it instead to the left. And Roberts is chopped down. He will fall over. Number 22, Gibson, again on the stop. And pick up a couple of yards close to the 20-yard line.
This is the 9th play upcoming on this drive. So far, they've been able to go ahead and control this clock. We talked about how fast this quarter was going to go, Tommy. 4:15 remaining.
2nd down, we'll call it about 7.5 to go. Reeltown offense eating up some clock on this drive after 3 offensive explosions to open the game. Hornsby gives it off. Roberts slips one defender, and then he will be wrestled down. On the stop that time is Tucker Wilkes. But he will move it down, pick up about 3 to 4 more. Sets up a conversion down here. If you're Reeltown, obviously you're in 2-down territory, facing 3rd and a little over 4.
And what you do have now is the sun beginning to peek out between the clouds here at Bryant-Denny Stadium, shining on the Fyffe fans over here.
3.5 left here in this first period. Handoff left side and inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line goes Tay Martin yet again.
And this is going to be the 11th play of this drive. Going to bring up a third down and right at a long 3 yards to go.
That's first down.
It is going to be a first. Okay.
It will be first down and 10. They move it down to the 13 in Reeltown. Knocking on the door here against the Fyffe Red Devils.
Tremendous drive so far here for Reeltown, and I know that if you're Coach Benefield, you're asking your team just to make sure you wrap up and not giving up the yards after contact.
In the backfield this time, Finn Henderson. They'll give it to him. Check that. That is Woods. Woods breaks the tackle at the 10-yard line, 5-yard line. Into the end zone goes Arthur Woods for the Reeltown Rebels.
And the sea parted. The offensive line does a great job on the right side, opening up that hole. And I mentioned yards after contact. That's exactly what Arthur Woods was able to get, and he's able to get into the end zone for his 31st touchdown of the season.
Let's give this credit. Offensive line play in this first period has been immaculate. These two teams have done a phenomenal job opening up holes for these backs.
12 plays, 68-yard drive, 5:42 taken off of the clock.
2-point conversion coming up. Hornsby with a shotgun. He'll take it, fake it, roll out right. Looking in the end zone, dumps it off, going to be broken up. That is excellent coverage out there. Tucker Wilkes slides out with the running back and able to get a hand on it. So our score remains 14-12 here with 2:47 left in this first period.
Back and forth, sustained drives, converting third downs, and so far Reeltown 3 out of 3 on third down conversions, and neither team has had to convert a fourth down. You look at also Fyffe, 0 out of 0 on third down opportunities. They're 3 first downs to 8 for Reeltown, but a slugfest here. As I mentioned, the sun decided to peek out, Tommy, and it's right in our eyes here in this broadcast booth.
It is a tough way to see the ball game. Again, checking to see if we had a media timeout, but I'm assuming we have not gotten the indication that there's a media timeout. So the official has walked toward the back. We have not had our media timeout here in the first. So let's go ahead and take the break. We'll come back with more here from the 2A state championship game.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge. No matter the size of the job, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com. I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
At Andrews Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here treating patients from every generation.
From our local community, from the state of Alabama, across the United States,
and from around the world.
As respected industry leaders,
we are here working hard for you,
utilizing the most advanced technology
in an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
At Andrews Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
2:47 left here in the first period, 14-12. Fyffe leading over Reeltown. Reeltown, a couple of two-point conversion attempts have failed, and that is the difference in this one.
Well, special teams is always a factor at the championship level, and when you don't have special teams from an extra point standpoint, we'll see how long they'll have to chase these points, Tommy. That's something that's going to be a very interesting part about the fantastic finish that we're going to probably witness if the scoring pace holds up back and forth the way it has.
Encroachment on the kicking team. Penalties 5 yards.
Gains Tapley to kick it off there, and instead one of his coverage guys got a step ahead of him, so that's going to cost Reeltown 5 and move it back. And re-kick. Anderson, Doss, and Gibson are back to return the kickoff for Fyffe. Exciting first quarter of play here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Again, this is for the 2A state championship game. As he will tee it up. We'll get it started again. 13-1 Fyffe. 13-0 Reeltown. The kick by Tapley. Going to be fielded by Doss. Doss comes to the 25-yard line, 30-yard line, breaks a tackle to the 40-yard line, and Doss will fight his way out to the 45. So great field position to start it off for the Fyffe Red Devils.
And you see the speed and explosiveness, and we mentioned the importance of special teams, whether that's kicking or the return game there. Fyffe with outstanding field position here to start their drive.
And by the way, Doss, another freshman. Very young team for Fyffe. It just tells you that there's talent still coming down the pipe. This time they'll go to Anderson left side. Talking about talent, he'll fight his way across midfield to the 48-yard line. Going to be stopped there by Woods. But he will pick up about 7 yards. Call it 2nd down and 3.
Does a great job of following Gus Fowler and Ryder Gibson from a running back position. You're following your fullback and your wide receiver, and those two freshmen are great in this system because they understand it. They know that if they just give just a sliver of hope to Logan Anderson, he can take it for a house call.
Again, 2 tight end look for the Fyffe Red Devils, and there's Anderson fighting through a sea of blue and then waving his way out to the 39, or check that, the 41-yard line. Again, the offensive line for Fyffe just creating gaps, and Anderson reaping the rewards of that.
And Anderson, again, 6'2", 200 pounds, very strong. He runs downhill and is able to pick up another first down for Fyffe. And Fyffe, when you look at the explosiveness of their offense here, this drive may be one of their longest of the first quarter so far.
First down and 10, just outside the 41-yard line. That's Anderson left side. He will fight his way through about 4 defenders all the way to the 35-yard line. Good, tough running by Anderson.
Once again, right at the 35-yard line, Tommy, 2nd and 4 yards to go running downhill. And I mentioned the fact that Blake Dobbins does go to the sidelines every single play to receive the play call, goes back into the huddle. So that's why there's so much time being run off this clock.
Dobbins shotgun formation will take it, give it off the inside, handoff goes to the left side, across the 30-yard line, down to the, looks like down to the 29-yard line on that carry. That's Gibson again. Had a big touchdown run a little bit earlier, and he'll rattle the chains here. First down, Fyffe.
You love the fact that you're able to hand it off cleanly, a double handoff there out of this wing formation that they do run. And Reeltown just has to try to control the line of scrimmage defensively, because if you're handing the ball off twice and I'm not able to get off of a block, that allows that continuity of that offense and the rhythm of it to go ahead and be successful.
On first down, they'll give it to Anderson coming in the near side. Good pressure behind him, and they'll bring him down. That is Arthur Woods, who finds his way into the backfield, and he just wrestles Anderson down. He'll say he gets back to the line of scrimmage, going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Arthur Woods plays both sides of this football, and you can see him coming down and closing down from his defensive position, and that's huge when he comes from the secondary.
That is the end of the first period. An exciting first period of play. The score 14-12. Fyffe with the lead over Reeltown here in the 2A state championship game.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Fyffe leading.
We'll be back with more of the
over Reeltown here in the 2A state championship game. Second down and 10 for the Red Devils. Ball right now just inside the 30-yard line of Reeltown. Looking at stats from the first period. 178 on the ground for Fyffe. 126 for Reeltown and 8 yards passing. So 118 yards of I'm checking that. Rushing yards is 118 to 8 for a total of 126, and total yards for Fyffe is 178. All of those on the ground. Right now, second down and 10. Red Devils with it. Got Dobbins in the backfield along with Anderson. He'll give it to Anderson. Anderson hits the hole hard, runs through a hole, then runs through a defender inside the 25-yard line, and they'll say he falls forward to the 21-yard line.
Running downhill in that situation is all you can ask for him knowing what he needed to try to get for that first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2, Tommy, and there's no question as to what's coming. It's just a matter of if it's going to be to the left side, if it's going to be to the right side with Anderson.
3rd and a couple. Anderson picks up 8 on that last carry. He'll get the call left side this time. Got his first down and more inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Steady dose of number 24 right now for the Fyffe Red Devils.
And a sustained drive here, upcoming the 7th play for Fyffe on this drive. You look at almost 3 minutes being taken off on this particular drive, but they are going to have enough for that first down as the ball is going to be sitting right at the 14-yard line of the Rebels.
Second quarter just underway, 11 minutes remaining here in this first half. 14-12 the score, Fyffe leading by 2. On the drive, Dobbins gets the team set, feeds Anderson. Anderson inside the 15-yard line, dives close to the 10, down almost to the 9-yard line. Anderson, as we said, a lot of carries. He's well over 100 yards already, 123 before that last carry. And he's got 10 carries. I believe that's going to put him close to 130.
127 to be exact.
And we're not even to halftime, folks. Second down, we'll call it 6.5 to go. Anderson gets the fake, stepping back, going to pass the football. It's Dobbins, rolls to the left side, in trouble, flips it toward the end zone, and too tall. He tried to find Ryder Gibson in the end zone. It goes incomplete. Now it's going to bring up third down and about 6.
Well, you look at this. It's only the 17th attempted pass for the Fyffe Red Devils. They don't toss it around too often, and because of that, the 19 out of 32 precision rate is what he is, 410 yards, but only your 33rd passing attempt on the season. It's going to bring up here a critical third down and 5.
Got to be in 2-down territory here if you are the Red Devils. It's going to be a snap to Anderson. He will cut it inside the 10. Lower shoulder down to the 6-yard line, almost the 5. And the indication to the near side is that it's going to bring up short of the first down, 4th and about a half yard.
Well, you know where they're going to go here. Logan Anderson is definitely who they want to go to. It's not going to be any type of naked bootleg. It's not going to be any type of counter. It's just going to be straight power running downhill. You hear the Fyffe crowd urging them on to try to make sure they get this first down.
Reeltown could come up with a huge stop right here if they can slow down this Red Devil offense. And movement. Let's see.
Timeout. Reeltown.
So Reeltown's going to take a timeout. We saw movement before the snap, and that was just to get the timeout call. So Reeltown will take the timeout here, trying to come up with a 4th down stop.
Yeah, it's going to be critical to get this 4th down stop, and this is the first opportunity here that we've seen for a 4th down conversion, and we'll see exactly what they're going to do. Neither one of these teams have attempted a 4th down play. You look at 3rd down conversions, 3 out of 3 for Reeltown and 1 out of 2 for Fyffe. Fyffe trying to make that 2 out of 3. But, Tommy, how do you not even have to worry about picking up a first down? You go ahead and have that smash mouth football and get into the end zone.
You know, you talk about running the football. Again, go back to the offensive line. These guys are paving the way for these running backs. How about 202 yards of rushing, and we're just early in the second period?
No question about what they want to do, and you mentioned how many rushing yards were there in the first quarter. Now, nothing strange besides the fact that Fyffe did attempt a pass on this drive, something they don't do often, maybe 2 pass attempts per game, but here it is. Can they hold here on 4th down?
4th and about a half yard for the Red Devils. Reeltown trying to come up with a stop. The ball is just outside the 5-yard line. Anderson back there with Dobbins. They will shift now. All offensive linemen now. They go unbalanced line to the left side. Dobbins calling for the snap. Instead it goes to Anderson, and a flag comes in. This may be illegal procedure against the Red Devils.
No, it looks like the Red Devils are happy there in that situation. They're pointing toward Reeltown.
It may be. If it's offsides defense, that's an automatic first down, and it is. They'll mark it half the distance.
Before the snap, encroachment on the defense. Penalty being forced half the distance to the goal, results in a first down.
Encroachment, just another fancy word for offsides. I don't know why we changed that, but hey, that's where it goes now. But that is 1st and goal to go now for the Red Devils. They'll mark it at about the 3-yard line.
And we saw that in our last championship game in 4A with Montgomery Catholic having the same opportunity, and here Fyffe trying to capitalize in the red zone.
Dobbins gives to Anderson. Anderson right side, runs through 2 defenders, carries them both into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils.
And that's the way you cap off a drive. You cap it off with giving it to number 24, Logan Anderson, letting him do what he has continued to do all season long. And Tommy, I personally would love the fact to know that we're sitting there having an opportunity to watch a 3,000-yard rusher here in high school football, and he's on pace so far this afternoon to be at that.
Already now with 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. Extra point coming up. The kick by Martin is right through there. And Fyffe takes a 21-12 lead with 9:11 left here in this first half. Reeltown going to have to try to answer that. The scoring drive, 11 plays, 54 yards, 5 minutes, 27 seconds off the clock. Capped off by Logan Anderson for his second score of the afternoon.
Well, I know that when you have sustained drives, that one was an 11-play, 54-yard drive that took 5:27 off of the clock, and it leaves us here with 9:11 remaining in the second quarter of play. But what a great game so far, 21-12. Now we'll see if Reeltown can go ahead and answer the same way they were earlier in this contest. Doesn't have to be explosive. They just continue to hit the perimeter and win the line of scrimmage battle.
Thanks for listening to the AHSAA Radio Network, wherever you may be tuned in today. I'm Tommy Wood alongside Corey LeBounty. Caleb Brooks doing the production here of this Class 2A state championship game. We've got the 2A game now. 6A game will close out the night tonight and the 2023 Super 7. We were talking about so far the South has gone 5-0. Fyffe trying to change that. They've built a 9-point lead here in the early stages of the second period. 21-12, Red Devils with the lead. They'll be kicking it off now. Reed Wood is back deep. Short kick going to be fielded 30-yard line, 35-yard line. Bouncing it outside, takes a hit at about the 38-yard line. And going down there is going to be Elijah Woods. He's a freshman, 5'10", 165. Good effort and good field position for the Reeltown to start this drive.
Another dynamic freshman on the return. Freshmen all over the field for both of these squads, as when we make mention as to what their classification is, we've seen a lot of freshmen be involved in this play, whether it's as lead blockers or returners, but the freshmen are the future of both of these programs.
You know, that's what I always look at. When you have freshmen and sophomores contributing, you know you have not just a good team, you've got a good program because you're continuing to build for the future. First down and 10 for the Rebels. Hornsby up under center this time. He'll sweep it to the left side, trying to bounce it around the corner, picking up 5 yards out to about the 47-yard line. Traylon Roberts takes a big pop on the far sideline, but a good gain there on first down. I'll give him a gain of about 8 yards. We'll call it second and a couple.
And you can see
closer to 9, actually.
You can see the speed on the perimeter. 2nd and 1 now. I like the fact that, Tommy, that you do utilize your speed on toss sweeps for Reeltown, and that's exactly where they feel that they can be effective against Fyffe.
They'll shift the power set over to the near side, which is the offensive right. Handoff, second man through, and tracked in the backfield and dropped. Roberts cut down in the backfield. That is Anthony Mill on the stop. Big hit right there. And that will drop it back to make it third down and about 2.5.
Mill, the 5'8", 155-pound junior on the stop. And now you're looking at third down and 3 yards to go with the ball being on their own 46.
Big conversion down here for Reeltown to keep pace. They'll sweep it to the left side. That is Woods. He is going to get to the midfield stripe, hit there, spin back, then fight forward, and will be brought down at about the 49-yard line.
Lead blockers Arthur Woods and Devin Bragg getting out there trying to make sure he has an edge to run to, and didn't run out of real estate before he was able to hit that corner. So anytime you have lead blockers, I love the toss sweep for Reeltown. Sweep left, sweep right, and go ahead. If they're not going to contain and seal the edge, then go ahead and turn the corner and get that first down.
Wishbone set. They'll sweep it to the right side, trying to get to the boundaries. Arthur Woods then cuts it back. Big collision out here at the 45-yard line. Up to make the stop is Ryder Gibson. Those two really collided at the 45 and go down there. So gain on first down of about 3.5 yards. We'll call it second and a long 6.
2nd and 6, and again, toss left, toss right. You have those lead blockers in front of you. That's what the advantage of Reeltown having is.
Staying with the wishbone. Hornsby up under center. Takes the snap, fakes it, hands it to the left side. Cutting back in trouble right at the line of scrimmage. Going to be dropped. That's Xavier Thomas. Fyffe was in the right position. Well coached, staying at home on the backside.
Maddox Doss, the 5'10", 143-pound freshman on the stop. Once again, more freshmen staying home and getting it done. Brings up another third down opportunity here for the Reeltown Rebels.
The Rebels like to stay ahead of the chains, and when you're looking at 3rd and 6 and 7, that's not really their game. They like to get it to a more manageable underneath 5, maybe 4 to 3 yards. But I think if you're Reeltown, I see 2-down territory right here. They come to the line, and before the play is underway, timeout called on the far side by Matt Johnson. He'll take the timeout. Looks like our media timeout will take place as well. 6:34 remaining in the first half. Your score, the Fyffe Red Devils 21, the Reeltown Rebels 12, here in the 2A state championship game.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Putting together a winning drive
3rd and long from the shotgun.
takes focus, determination,
There's the snap, dropping back.
and that powerful form of energy
Scrambles to his right, looking downfield.
called belief.
Launches it toward the end zone.
That belief in a team, in a community of fans, in each other.
Touchdown!
That powerful energy connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of football across the state. Power for a better Alabama.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Are you ready for a real education that fits your life? The 24 colleges of the Alabama Community College System offer real degrees in real campus life. Full-time or part-time, there are options for everyone, from adult education and certifications to degree programs and workforce training. Experience real-life education at its best, your version of success in your community on your time. Visit accs.edu and begin your journey at your local community college.
.634 remaining here in the first half. 21-12. Fyffe leading over Reeltown. Reeltown facing 3rd and
back with more of the
about
AHSAA
7 to go here. Long 6, short 7.
They're 4 out of 4 on 3rd down conversion so far, Tommy.
This time they'll hand it off Woods and tripped up at the line. Looked like a hole was developing there for Woods on the left side. Somebody gets a hand on the foot, and I believe that may be Anderson as he makes the stop. Makes it 4th down and about 5. Reeltown keeping the offense on the field right now.
You must keep the offense on the field because you feel like you've been very successful. This is the first 4th down conversion attempt that we've seen by either one of these teams.
You see the coaching staff from Fyffe urging the defensive line, hey, make sure you don't jump here. Shotgun formation. Hornsby's got 2 receivers to his left. 2 will come to the right. He'll take the snap, drop straight back. Down the middle, got a man. Catch is going to be made. 30-yard line, and down to the 29-yard line goes Finn Henderson. He just settled in that zone, and splitting the defenders was Hornsby. Great thrown pass, and a 1st down for the Rebels.
Right down the middle of the field, and your tight end, 6'4", 185 junior, does a great job of running right down the seam. If you're looking, run, all of a sudden I hit you with the tight end. He's not coming to block you. He's coming to catch it.
1st down and 10. Mark it at the 28-yard line. Reeltown trying to answer here. They trail 21-12 to the Fyffe Red Devils with 5:27 left in the first half. Woods on the Wildcat, has it in trouble in the backfield, breaks 1 tackle. He's going to lower a shoulder, run through 2 defenders. My goodness, what an effort to get back close to the line of scrimmage. He ran through 3 people. That time in the backfield, snap was a little high for him, and he was unable to handle it. Looked like he was going to be dropped for about a 14-yard loss, and somehow he's able to scamper forward, keep it to only a 1-yard loss, so brings up 2nd and 11.
Great balance being shown by him. Bryce Tothero is who is able to get through after not wrapping up. He keeps the legs turning, low center of gravity, doesn't run with high pad level, and because of that, he's able to pick up 7 yards after being 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This time, Hornsby up under center. He's got Woods back there behind him. He'll take it, hand it on the inside handoff. Nothing much there, and I believe that was going to be, it looks like it was Tay Martin coming across the formation.
Tucker Wilkes is going to get the stop for Fyffe. You know, the formation, the eye candy, Tommy, when you give it to the underneath back in motion, if you're not careful, the guard will go ahead and pin you, and all it takes is that sliver of a second to get past you. Good job of staying home. Is going to bring up another 3rd down.
Big 3rd down and 11 now for the Rebels. Ball back at the 30-yard line. Clock rolling. 4:40 remaining in the first half. Fyffe leading 21-12. 3 split outs go left. 1 will come to the right. Hornsby dropping back. They send the blitz. He flips it on the outside. Catch made by Woods, but then in all kinds of trouble. He will only get back to the original line of scrimmage. An amazing catch over there by Reed Wood, but the timing was thrown off so much, and then the Fyffe Red Devil defense was there so quickly, he's unable to get much, so it's going to bring up 4th and 10.
Martin, the 5'11", 165-pound junior with an exceptional one-handed grab, brought it back into his body, just couldn't get any momentum moving forward. And when you look at the ability here for 4th down and 10 yards to go, Reeltown, 1 out of 1, went to the tight end on their last 4th down conversion.
Big play coming up here. They'll try to keep the drive alive. Rebels facing 4th and 10, threatening blitz. Here comes the Red Devils. He's going to throw it deep, intended in the end zone. Can't get there. Coverage was there, incomplete. Good coverage back here at the goal line. Bryce Tothero was in the right place, and turnover on downs. Red Devil offense back on the field.
And you can hear the Red Devil fans sitting right in front of us really get a little loud because that's a huge stop. But you got what you wanted on 4th down. You put it to your big tight end. The only place that he can catch us is for him to go up and get it and not able to come down with it. And now you're looking at flipping the field. Fyffe leading 21-12, Tommy. If they can put together an explosive drive right here, I know they would love to have a comfort level going into the half.
Pivotal play in the game. If Reeltown can get a stop, they would get the possession to open up the second half. Keeper, right side. Dobbins running through defenders, carrying 3 for a ride across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Right off of the right tackle and continues to pick up positive yardage on 1st down, 2nd and 2 now.
Just carried it on the power set to the right. Hit at the line of scrimmage, broke that arm tackle. Then able to give a piggyback ride for a couple more yards. It sets up 2nd down. I'm going to call it about 2 yards to go for this Red Devil offense. They continue to roll up the yards on the ground. This time, Anderson's got it. Same scenario as he will pick up a 1st down and give another couple of players the ride across the 40-yard line out to about the 42.
Tommy, Reeltown with 1 timeout remaining. Fyffe with all 3 of theirs with 2:45 remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Touchdown for Fyffe on this drive would be huge in deciding the winner of this ball game, just to be honest, because Reeltown already behind by 9. You sure don't want to go down any further. If you can get a touchdown when you get the football back in the second half, you got a chance to stay in this thing and make something happen, but they've got to find a way to stop this Devil offense. Handoff, left side. Gibson breaks a tackle, stiff arm, 45 near sideline. It's a foot race. Gibson be tracked down. He will fall forward inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Looked like he was going to take it to the house. A shoestring tackle by Tay Martin, and Fyffe is knocking on the door again.
It's textbook in regards to what Tay Martin was able to do. He just swiped at the feet of the runner and was hoping he would make some type of contact and not swing in vain. He was able to trip him up at the last moment, preventing a nice long touchdown run for Fyffe, but it was an explosive play nonetheless.
Gibson with a big stiff arm broke him loose, but excellent blocking out on the perimeter. Dobbins. Off it goes. This time not as much running room up the middle. Anderson gets back to the line of scrimmage, falls forward maybe for a yard or two. Brings up second down and long. Clock moving. 1:36 left in this first half. Reeltown trying to dig deep and come up with a stop. Fyffe already inside the 21 at the 20-yard line. Anderson and Dobbins in the backfield. It's Anderson. Right side. Lowers a shoulder. Follows his blockers. Inside the 15. Looks like they'll say the knee down at the 15. But good running on the right side by Anderson is going to set up a 3rd and 3.
Well, what he does is push Weston Evans along with Noah Gwynn forward, and that's what you do. You push your offensive lineman so you can squirt out of that hole.
Anderson again left side. He's just following his blockers, puts a hand on the back of the guy in front of him and just kind of stays right behind him, and he'll take it close to the 10-yard line. Another first down, and Fyffe will take a timeout.
And that's a great timeout. I mentioned that they had 3 remaining, so you're able to drive down this field, get into the red zone area without using any timeouts until this point in time. And this current drive, 5 plays, 57 yards, and it's been behind the rushing. And if you're Reeltown, you don't want to be caught on your heels right here. You want to make sure you know that Logan Anderson is coming right at you. You want to make sure you fill your gaps, you get off of your blocks, and don't allow anything that's going to be between the guards and tackles. You don't mind anything bouncing to the outside, Tommy, but don't get beat going mano a mano in the trenches between the guards and the tackles.
One interesting stat that I find very interesting, you look at it, and Fyffe has rushed for 266 yards. Again, obviously everything on the ground. Only 3 third downs. They have been able to really move the football at will here in this first half. And again, only 3 third downs that they faced here in the first half.
The explosiveness of those plays when you're scoring before it even gets to third down has been huge. And this is going to be a huge play here as the second quarter is winding down. 1st and 10, ball on the 10.
First down, goal to go for the Red Devils. We're at 54 seconds left in the first half. The inside handoff goes to Gibson. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped at about the 8-yard line. That was a good play defensively by Baylor Clayton. Just wrapped those big arms around him and hauled him down. Second down and goal. Clock rolling now with 39 seconds on the clock. Fyffe still with 2 timeouts. Handoff. Anderson going to try to race to the corner. Got one man to beat the stiff arm, and he'll dive in. Just headed for the corner. Push the defender away, and another touchdown for the Red Devils.
No one set the edge there, as if you don't get anyone upfield and hold in your lane, there's going to be problems. And Logan Anderson, I mentioned you didn't want to get beaten between the guard and the tackle, but you at least want to set the edge and give him an opportunity to cut back. That time he didn't have to cut back. He had the far side of the field to work with, just bounced to the outside, and he's able to punch it in from 7 yards out, increasing this lead for Fyffe.
And increasing his yardage total, 159 here in the first half. 17 carries. That's his 3rd touchdown. Jesse Martin on for the extra point. He will put it up and put it through. And your score with 25 ticks to the clock remaining in the first half. It's 5:28 and Reeltown 12.
And don't think for 1 minute, Tommy, that Coach Benefield does not know how many yards Logan Anderson does need to surpass or reach the 3,000-yard plateau. So it's not just that he's already been a tremendous workhorse throughout the entire season for Paul Benefield, but again, what do they say? Feed the beast. You want to continue to feed him. Ronnie Royal mentioned it last night to Coach Hudspeth. Look, all I have to do is look at my coach, and he knows not to take me off the field. He knows to give me the football. And it's a situation to where ballers want to make those type of play. And we have a true baller in Logan Anderson out there who's demanding the football.
27-49 on the season, if my math is right. He's got 159 along with 25-90. He has been incredible here in this first half. I mean, he's the workhorse and just an amazing talent following his blockers. That's one thing. And the guys up front, they probably take more pride in these yards than the running back does, because they know that if they're getting rushing yards, the offensive line is doing their job.
Absolutely, and the synchronization of the snap when they all go down into their three-point stance at the same time, it's just like watching a ballerina or a rocket when they're doing their kicks. It's at perfect timing, which allows you to explode off of the football as well.
Short kick taken this time by Woods to the 30-yard line. He'll try to break a couple of tackles across the 35 to the 37. Reeltown offense will take the field with 16 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first half.
Well, I know Fyffe does not really love to throw the football, and when they have, they've thrown it either to their tight end or their big wide receiver at 6'4". So we'll see here if they decide to go ahead and run the clock out and take it to the locker room after this one play and regroup at halftime.
I think since you don't throw the football that much, a handoff to Arthur Woods and see if maybe he can break one here on the last play. But I don't think that you try to throw it deep or anything like that. But we'll see what Hornsby has up his sleeve as they come to the line. Looks like the I formation back behind him. They'll fake it. They will drop deep. Got a man open as he gets loose, but he's going to be tracked down and dropped back at the 35-yard line. Clock rolling now with 5 seconds on the clock, and I don't think they will use that final timeout. Nope, they will let us go to the locker room. Exciting first half here in the 2A state championship game, but the Red Devils find themselves in familiar territory, leading at the break 28-12 over the Reeltown Rebels. We'll take this timeout and come back with your Alabama National Guard halftime report right here on the AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Putting together a winning drive
3rd and long from the shotgun.
takes focus, determination,
There's the snap, dropping back.
and that powerful form of energy
Scrambles to his right, looking downfield.
called belief.
Launches it toward the end zone.
That belief in a team, in a community of fans, in each other.
Touchdown!
That powerful energy connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of football across the state. Power for a better Alabama.
Are you ready for Southern Union State Community College? You're gonna find the unexpected. The future is yours like you suspected. Your education's here and now. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is your life's proving ground. Are you ready for Southern Union State Community College?
After the final ball has flown, and the final catch made, and the last screaming fan has left the stadium, the ball is passed from one team member to the next so the players can sign their names. But of all the names, there is one on that ball that is perhaps the most important. That name is Wilson. Good luck this season.
Communities don't just happen. They're built by people. From the big moments to the small acts of kindness. It's the authentic connections we make that define us. At Alpha Insurance, we know that every day you're building things that are worth protecting. Because for us, this is more than coverage. It's who we are. Alpha Insurance, building tomorrow together.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's most reliable option for all of your sign needs. Custom metal, wood, or coroplast signs for your businesses or organizations. Wraps or decals for your vehicle or boat. Full color banners for any occasion. SignSource also provides fast, quality sign installation and service needs, including crane rentals and lighting maintenance. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com and call us at 256-825-0197. Go straight to the source, Sign Source.
Welcome back, Bryant-Denny Stadium. Our score at halftime, Fyffe leading over Reeltown, 28-12. This is the 2A state championship game for the first time this week. We're seeing some clouds roll in here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. So, again, that kind of helps to shield the sun from us. But joined by Jonathan Coe right now. And let's talk a little bit about what you're doing, again, at Shelton State. And you are now what is the official title now is?
Correct, yeah. I'm actually now on my fourth week as the president at Shelton State.
That's a pretty good title to have.
Yeah. Prior to that was Dean of Workforce and Economic Development.
That's
so,
awesome.
Really everything that we do in the community college system is workforce or economic development oriented. Whether it's transfer programs or whether it's, career tech training, plugging people into apprenticeships, work-based learning opportunities, where we kind of cover the whole gambit, and that's what I love to do.
And I hear you're the youngest one in the system. About that?
That's correct. Yeah, ripe age of 36.
There you go. Not a bad gig.
Plenty of time to be here, and I've told everybody, I've got 3 young kids, and I want to be sitting in that seat when they graduate from Shelton State.
There you go. Well, Bucks. Shelton State over here in this Tuscaloosa area has been such a vital part of the education system, and that's what I'd like to talk about, the Alabama Community College system. Wherever folks are listening around the state of Alabama, chances are the local community college, and they play such a vital role in not only educating those that have just graduated high school, but all the way up to people looking for a second and third career.
It starts really in the schools, and with the counselors and our relationships that we have in the schools, the ability to provide dual enrollment scholarships so students can start with us while they're in high school, expose themselves to different career paths and explore different options and find out what they really want to do. We love to provide them with the data and, just different resources to show them the path. But we can take people from there. We can take them to transfer programs, or we have lots of non-degree seeking students that come back, and we are very happy to go out and do training for incumbent workers in the automotive industry, for instance. And so really we're just here to be kind of a shining light and meet people where they are, take them where they want to go. And whatever that looks like, we've got the resources to do it.
The thing about it, a lot of folks hear us doing these ball games. I'll just tell you my story, folks. I'm here doing this. This is not my full-time thing. Some days I wish it was, but I don't get to announce all the time. My full-time job is as a career coach in the high schools. And so I work with kids all the time that so many different situations, and I get to be there every day to kind of work with these young folks, because the thing is, a lot of them are getting close to graduation of high school. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know, first of all, if they want to go to college, if they want to go to work, or if they want to go to the military. They're really not sure, but then a lot of them say, well, I know I need to go to college. I feel like I want to go to college, but they don't know that path exactly. I'm like, well, why are you going? I don't even know what career I want.
Yeah.
That, to me, it screams, let's go to the community college system and then figure this out.
That, it's much more efficient to go that route. Absolutely. Because especially if you don't know what you want to do, you don't want to waste time and money taking credits or hours in classes that you're not going to end up needing. And so you can always come to us and get your first 2 years out of the way, your general ed courses out of the way, and you might stumble on something that you really enjoy. And so then we can help kind of transition you into that, fashion you into whatever that opportunity looks like, whether it's plugging you into an apprenticeship that allows you to earn and learn at the same time, or whether that's preparing you to go move on to University of Alabama or Stillman College in town. So.
Right. The apprenticeships are so vital right now. And if you're if you're listening out there and you live in a small town or anything like that, when you start thinking about, hey, I need somebody to come work on my HVAC unit, or I need the tradesmen, a lot of those folks have retired and moved on. There is a huge workforce gap there that we have got to fulfill, because otherwise we are going to be sitting there and no one's going to know how to do these things. And to me, the community college career tech programs are that a gap filler, I guess you'd say, because folks that can come and learn how to do that, I hate to say it, but man, you name your own price. When somebody, I told somebody, in my school the other day, I said, you know how much you pay the plumber when your house is flooding? Whatever he tells you, because you've got to have it done. But you talk about it. there are amazing careers out there that folks have no idea about those careers. So it's our job to tell them about it, and the community colleges to deliver.
That's right. And we really try to keep all of our programs relevant to the technological fields as they progress and evolve, and try to make sure that we have the same technology that they're using in the industry. And so really, as a young student coming into this high-tech world, you're going to have a leg up on somebody that's probably on their way out. But you want to come in and learn as much about the processes and the plant that you might be working in from that person. And this is a great opportunity and a way to do that, so that you have get familiar with that technology, the equipment that's used in the different industries, and then you kind of move in and you learn it firsthand. So you're learning about the theory in our classes, you're using the same equipment, and then you're moving in and you're kind of doing it hands-on with a mentor, and a journeyman, and got all sorts of opportunity for wage progression. And, some of our students come out making over $100K working in the automotive industry in particular. Locally.
And you guys have a very good relationship with Mercedes-Benz in Vance.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys have some programs that work through those guys.
Yeah, a couple decade-long partnership with them, and also a couple other large entities in town. Another one we're proud of is Nucor Steel and the Nucor Technical Academy, where we're actually bringing in students from all over the country, as far as Oregon and Washington State, to live in Tuscaloosa and learn at the Nucor mill, learn from our instructors, and then they get to go back home to their mill and work. And so unique partnerships like that, I know that they're spread across the state here, and the opportunities are really available for anyone who wants to do it. It's just a matter of kind of finding your niche, finding your passion, and then kind of exploring it through your community college to get there.
One thing talking about advanced manufacturing is a term that we use a lot, and a lot of folks, when you see those old movies and it's the horror films and they get in the factories and it's dark and it's dirty and everything, you need to take a tour of some of these advanced manufacturing facilities, because chances are it's a lot cleaner than most of the schools that these kids are in or your home, because they have to do that to live to that standard. And advanced manufacturing and the way things are being built these days is an eye-opening experience.
Yeah, it really is more technology-based, and it's a strong focus on your math and your sciences and physics, and kind of learning and making sure that you're able to program the machines to do what they need, and then when they don't work, you got to figure out how to troubleshoot them and fix them. And speaking to the way that those labs are set up, across the state, we're actually about to embark on some construction on our campus and have a brand new lab for our students to learn in, and companies to engage with us in. And we're really excited about that at Shelton State.
Well, I tell you what, community college to me, again, I'm a big proponent of the community college system, because number one, as we talked about, the career tech fields that are out there that are going to be available for this next generation are plentiful, but also a lot of times going that route first before you dive into a larger institution, whether it be Auburn or Alabama or Jacksonville State or anything like that, going to those places really sets you up for success, because you learn what it's like to go to college. It's a big difference when you go from being a high school senior and your mom's waking you up in the morning, she's got you breakfast, you've got to go to class, and folks are checking on you 24/7, and you move off to college and all of a sudden you're on your own. That's a big adjustment.
Yeah, and I would speak to the dual enrollment programming that is available at all 24 community colleges. And that is really a good way to kind of cut your teeth on college courses, learning a little bit of personal responsibility, what a syllabus looks like, and you have due dates, and just things within that you might be able to gain some confidence and know, hey, I can actually do college. I'm sitting here in my history class as a junior or a senior in high school. Well, I might as well enroll in the college. I'm going to be sitting here anyway, so take the dual enrollment option of it, get the college credit, and then you might actually mess around and learn that you could actually do some college and do it well.
Well, my daughter's 16, and she texted me about 20 minutes ago and said she had just passed her first dual enrollment class, finished with a 97.
Awesome.
So we're doing good there. So that's her first dual enrollment class. But, yeah, just a great opportunity. And we want to thank you, Jonathan Coe, again, with Shelton State coming in, spending some time with us here at halftime to talk about the community college systems and the great things that are going to Shelton State. And tell them how they can find the website for Shelton State. Make sure folks know exactly how to get in touch with you guys.
Of course. Please visit us. SheltonState.edu is the website. Our doors are always open. Feel free to come by, check us out. And we have a program, whether you have whether you have a GED, high school diploma, or you're already got a 4-year degree and you want to come back and get some high-tech training, we got you covered, and we'll find the resources to make it happen for you.
All right, go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
All right, thanks again at halftime. 28-12, our score at the break. We'll take this time out here on the air in Alabama National Guard halftime report. Continue our coverage from the 2A state championship right after this.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's most reliable option for all of your sign needs. Custom metal, wood, or coroplast signs for your businesses or organizations. Wraps or decals for your vehicle or boat. Full color banners for any occasion. SignSource also provides fast, quality sign installation and service needs, including crane rentals and lighting maintenance. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com and call us at 256-825-0197. Go straight to the source, SignSource.
You may not.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
By people. From the big moments to the small acts of kindness. It's the authentic connections we make that define us. At Alpha Insurance, we know that every day you're building things that are worth protecting. Because for us, this is more than coverage. It's who we are. Alpha Insurance, building tomorrow together.
This season, Jax is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jax Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jax. All about the South.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Welcome back in here. It is halftime between the Fyffe Red Devils and the Reeltown Rebels. Rematch from our 2019 2A state championship. That one went a lot different. It was 28-0 Fyffe at the beginning of that one in the first 6 minutes, basically, and they kind of blitzed Reeltown early. And today kind of tried to do some of the same. They got the ball first. Fyffe busts a big run all the way down to the Reeltown 10. They end up sticking it in the end zone with less than a minute of game time played, but Reeltown answers, and they go get a big touchdown on a end-around reverse play, speed sweep there to Tay Martin, and Martin was able to take it to the house 47 yards. That was a big answer. They end up missing the 2-point conversion. Fyffe then answers themselves and goes down the field and scores. That put them up 14-6. And then Reeltown goes right back down the field. Arthur Woods able to take it into the end zone, and they end up missing the 2-point conversion again. So that made it 14-12. Reeltown was in the game. And have had other opportunities. Fyffe then makes it 21-12. Reeltown goes on a drive. They're stopped on 4th down. And then right there before halftime, Fyffe able to get another one in the end zone, a big one, because Reeltown does get the ball to start the second half. But it puts them up by 16. And right now it's just been all Fyffe, and they've done it on the ground. 22 carries, 276 yards in the first half for Fyffe, averaging over 10 yards a carry. I fortunately got to do the B.B. Comer and Reeltown game last week there for the TV network, and B.B. Comer was able to find a lot of success, and they found a lot of success with Devin Harvey, the quarterback, on keepers up the middle and just kind of mashing Reeltown up front. And I had a feeling coming into today that some of those same things could give Reeltown some problems, and that's exactly what is shown. I mean, Fyffe's worn them out in between the tackles. Reeltown's worn them out outside of the tackles, but just not really enough going for Reeltown right now to hang in there with Fyffe. And, you look at last week, Reeltown was in the same situation. They gave up 28 points in the first half to B.B. Comer and ended up shutting them out in the second half. They're going to need that again here as they take on this Fyffe team who's just so comfortable in this setting. You could tell with how they were warming up. You could tell when they walked out of the locker room. None of this is new to them. None of this is, something that overwhelms them because they've just been here. I mean, these guys have grown up watching the guys before them be in this same type of setting, and this is a program that's gotten to a point now it's an expectation to be here. It's not just a good opportunity. It's expected for this group to have this chance to be here playing for a state championship year in and year out, and they've shown that with the way they've carried themselves and how they've played here in the early part of this game. So we're going to take another break. When we come back, we will start getting ready for the second half here between Reeltown and Fyffe with the AHSAA Radio Network.
More of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seatbelts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Are you ready for Southern Union State Community College? You're gonna find the unexpected. The future is yours like you suspected. Your education's here and now. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is your life's proving ground. Are you ready for Southern Union State Community College?
Welcome back, Bryant-Denny Stadium. We're here at the half, 28-12 our score. Fyffe leading over Reeltown. It's the 2A state championship game. Joined by Jill Harrison now, Team IP, one of our wonderful sponsors. Thanks for taking the time. Come be with me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Team IP and their involvement here. And, as far as being a sponsor, I know it's great that you guys work with the AHSAA, for us especially.
Yes, we're a big part of the AHSAA. We bring exciting new products all the time to events and great souvenirs and mementos to really capture the big package of being here and experience championships.
So you're there. You've got the booths set up in the stadium, and folks get to leave with the shirts with the team name and things like that, right? That's what you guys do.
Right. We have 2 retail stations set up on the concourse.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have a live print station. So at the conclusion of each game, we print a championship shirt so they can take their state championship with their team name and everything on there home with them.
Yeah, my son played in the state championship a few years ago, so we pretty much dropped a good little money there because everybody in the family, of course, had to have one as a memento. But, and let's just be honest, when you get to something like that, shirt means a lot to our family because obviously, our son's name is on there and it's a memory that we have. And you guys are creating memories in a way because these seniors obviously will never get a chance to come back, and you don't know if the underclassmen can. So it's a great opportunity for them to take something home with them they can wear and be proud of forever.
Absolutely. We love seeing it. So many championships, we see former champions still wear their merchandise and their keepsakes. So it's really an honor to see that.
Now, you do this for the AHSAA. Who else do you do this for as far as like around the year? I mean, what all do you offer to just general public?
We do several organizations, USA Softball, USA Boxing, several other softball leagues. We travel all over the United States.
Wow.
On the off season that high school is out, summer and winter breaks and everything.
Wow.
And we also are very big into, we have about 25, 30 ESPN bowl games that we also supply merchandise to.
Wow. So you're about to get really busy here for the next several weeks especially.
Yes, December is a crazy month.
I bet.
We love it. We love it.
It's just a blur, isn't it?
It is. It is. A blink and it's New Year's.
So where are you going bowl game? As far as like around the South, or how far do you go?
I'll actually be doing the Potato Bowl in Idaho.
Okay.
Arizona Barstool Bowl.
That's
the
cool.
Fiesta Bowl, Myrtle Beach Bowl, and the Bahama Bowl, which was moved to North Carolina this year. So.
Well, I need to put in my list. I'd like a shirt from all of those bowl games. That's exactly what I need, man.
You bet. I'll mail it to you in January.
That would be great. And then look, and you may be wearing, your Auburn gear here in Tuscaloosa, which I'm proud of you for the bravery, and I'm proud of you for sticking with us. Okay.
Oh yes, rain or shine, I'm an Auburn fan.
That's it. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for Team IP. And honestly, because when you talk about the involvement that they have with the AHSAA, obviously it supports the AHSAA radio network. So we're all in this together to promote these guys.
We love being a partner and look forward to many more years.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jill.
Thank you.
All right, Jill Harrison joining us with Team IP. What a wonderful job they do. So if you're coming to the game later on tonight, then you can stop by and get your shirt and get ready for just your memento from the Super 7 here in 2023. About to get the second half underway here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Fyffe will be kicking off to Reeltown, so Reeltown's going to have to try to find a way to get some offense going. They trail by 16, which, keep that in mind, that's only 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions on both of those. A kick goes off the leg. It's actually going to be a kind of an onside kick. Could be recovered by Fyffe. Let's see, a scramble for it. Fyffe says they have it, and they do. I have not seen that in several years, but just a squib kick hits one of the up men. It shoots straight up in the air, and Fyffe able to jump on it. So we don't get to look at the Reeltown offense to open up the second half. The Fyffe offense is back on the field, leading by 16.
What it definitely looked like is my bowling game, to where when you're looking for a pin and you go ahead and you line up it on the alley, he hit it as hard as he could, bounced off of him, and now you're going to get the football again to start the second half.
If Fyffe needing any more big plays, they get one there, and Anderson goes into the line. He's facing 3 Reeltown defenders, keeps those legs churning, and he's going to pick up close to 5 yards. Looked like he was hit right at the line. Wow. And very powerful run there.
You just see him running downhill, using his full 200-pound frame to run downhill and get it done. And Fyffe now coming up with a 2nd and 4.
Dobbins in there at quarterback. He'll take it. Got a man to his left, steps back, hands it off to Anderson again. Anderson hit at the line, carries folks forward, spinning, churning, and he's got another first down.
And that's exactly what you want. You look at the first down, 11th first down of the contest now for Fyffe. And from a 4th down conversion, Fyffe has not attempted a 4th down, but on 3rd down, they're 2 out of 3. And the 11th first down of the contest for the Red Devils in this historic Fyffe Red Devil program, going for its back-to-back state championship, it's a great way to start the second half.
First down and 10, just outside the 35 at about the 36-yard line. Going to be Anderson on the call, gets the right side. He will again carry defenders forward, fighting his way down to the 30. If you're figuring up yards after contact for Anderson, to me, it would be an amazing stat, because the last few plays, he's been hit right at the line of scrimmage, and as you see, he's picking up 5 and 6 yards.
That's just the strength. He's going to continue to get stronger as the game goes along. 20 attempts, 175 yards, 3 touchdowns.
2nd and 5, ball in the middle of the field, right outside the 30-yard line. Dobbins takes it, fakes it, keeps it right side. He is hit at the line. He will be driven back. Not much of a gain on that play. The defense comes up big, leading the charges for Reeltown. Number 71, Baylor Clayton. He's had a good ball game here this afternoon.
And what you see is when you make the substitution, earlier in the game, we did see Blake Dobbins, the quarterback, running all the way over to the sidelines to get the play call. In this situation, you just sub in Logan Anderson and run him to the sideline to get the play and watch him get the football here after coming in with the play call.
Conversion down, 3rd down, about 5. They will come to the near side. He's got the corner and more to the 25, to the 20, 15, 10. Cuts back at the 10 to the 5, and he will carry defenders into the end zone. Ryder Gibson into the end zone yet again for another 5 touchdown.
His 5th rushing attempt. Ryder Gibson now has over 100 yards rushing. The lead blocker was Logan Anderson. As soon as he turned the corner, Logan was able to knock out 2 Reeltown defenders, and now that lead is extended for the Red Devils.
Hey, by the way, if you are looking at scheduling Fyffe next year, Anderson will be a senior. Gibson will be a sophomore. So if you're looking to see if there's going to be a break the next several years, it's going to be hard to find. The only senior on the offensive line, actually 2 of them, Levi O'Connor and Tucker Wilkes, the only 2 seniors. Fyffe going to go for 2 here. They snap it to Anderson, right side. He dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 36-12, your new score, 9:19 remaining here in this 3rd period. Fyffe on top.
Just a thing of beauty from an offensive line standpoint. If you're an offensive line coach, you absolutely love the fact that you see the synchronization, the fact that you see the unselfishness, you see the big uglies up front opening these gaping holes for Anderson along with Gibson. And Gibson, rushing-wise, has 5 rushes for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. Anderson, 20 rushes for 175 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Fyffe has the pedal to the metal, Tommy, here as they continue to outscore Reeltown. Reeltown did not score in the 2nd quarter, has not been able to score here yet in the 3rd quarter. And once again, Reeltown with the 2nd opportunity. The 1st opportunity, they were hit with the kickoff and didn't get a chance to possess the football, and now they'll get a chance to run some plays, hopefully.
Martin going to kick it again for the Fyffe Red Devils. He'll kick it low, little squib kick. It bounces a couple of times. Going to be fielded by Woods inside the 30. He'll break a tackle to the 35 and out to the 36-yard line on the return. Stop that time, Weston Evans. Guess what? He's a freshman for the Fyffe Red Devils.
Yeah, freshman, and freshman. More freshmen is what we're seeing here for this young roster of both of these teams. And you look at Reeltown now, 1st and 10 from their own 36, in dire need of some offense here. And who do you think they turn to? Is it going to be Arthur Woods? Is it going to be Tay Martin? I just know they need to continue to put 6 or 7 on the board.
They'll give it off this time to Woods on the right side. He bounces it out, turns the corner. He's got 10 yards near sideline midfield. Arthur Woods 40, 35, 30. He will carry defenders forward. Let's see where he stepped out of bounds. An excellent run. And looks like the official marks him out at the 29-yard line. Great acceleration by Woods around the right corner.
outstanding job of getting it to your playmaker, and we wanted to know who they were going to go to in this offensive situation to try to get on the scoreboard. You do go to Arthur Woods, who has now 2,200 yards on the season.
Rebels staying with a 2 tight end alignment. I backfield. They'll sweep it to Woods. He'll go to the left side. Tries to cut it back into the hole and going to be stopped there. He'll pick up a couple of yards. Good effort to get back to the line of scrimmage. Great penetration that time by the Fyffe defense. Getting up from the bottom of the pile. Big number 70, Tucker Wilkes. He's 6'2", 280, a senior.
A lot of pancake blocks going out there for Reeltown, as when you get to that second level, you look at the corner position of Ryder Gibson, the freshman who's had a good job rushing the ball. He finds himself being pancaked as well in the secondary.
2nd down and 8. They'll hand it off to the deep back. That's going to be breaking tackles inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line goes Traylon Roberts that time. He'll take it down close to the 15, so Reeltown putting together a pretty good drive.
That's exactly what their head coach asked them to do and exactly what they needed. That's what Matt Johnson wanted to do coming out of the locker room, is to put together a drive and was able to have points taken away from him. They stole a possession, the Red Devils did, with that opening kickoff to start the second half, but you have to answer right here. A good job of sustaining this drive so far.
Roberts again in the backfield. Back behind Dobbins. 1st down and 10. They'll give it to Roberts' right side. Cuts into about the 10-yard line. They'll say the knee down at about the 11. Offensive line for Reeltown still giving them some running room. And I think moving the football has not been as big of a challenge for Reeltown as stopping Fyffe.
Yes.
Offensively, they've been able to put up some yardage. I mean, they're over close to over 200 yards at this point. So, been able to move the football okay, but they just cannot find a way to get Fyffe's offense off the field.
Going to have to
sweep
come
it
away with a stop.
left side, Roberts. He gets a gap, turns it to the 5-yard line, breaks the tackle, goes into the end zone. Traylon Roberts for the Rebels. He'll find pay dirt with 7:10 left here in the 3rd period.
Breaks that scoring drought, Tommy. They had a goose egg in the 2nd quarter, and now here to start the 3rd quarter on their second offense, or their first true offensive possession, are able to get on the board. Are going to have to find some defensive stops sooner or later here.
Reeltown will be going for 2 here to try to make it a 16-point game, which would bring it back to a 2-score game. So a very important 2-point conversion opportunity here for the Rebels. This time Woods is in the backfield. On the 2-point conversion, they'll sweep it to Woods. Goes to the right side. Tucks it under. He's going to be hit and driven back. He's not going to get there. So with 7:10 left in the 3rd period, Reeltown cuts into the lead, but it remains an 18-point advantage for Fyffe. 36-18 here in Tuscaloosa. Looks like they are taking the media timeout. We're going to take the break as well. We'll come back with more of the 2A state championship game in just a moment. Why don't we just keep it right here? And as we, our producer has... he's pulled an Elvis on us and has left the building.
Well, it was a great
look,
drive.
I can't say anything. I pulled it on y'all last game. So.
It's all good. 5 plays, 64-yard drive, 2 minutes and 2 seconds being taken off of the clock. And now what I love here about 1A and 2A football, you do have a lot of these young men playing both ways. And because of it, they have great endurance, whether it's from the offensive line or defensive line. And when you have these long, sustained drives of some 70 and 80 yards, then having to turn around and stop a 70 or 80-yard drive becomes really tough. But it's nothing new to either one of these squads, as now we have a brand new ball game here, 36-18, and that was a much-needed score there by Reeltown.
Oh, absolutely. It was ultimate, needing to get some points on the board there. But I told you a little bit earlier about the family from Fyffe that I bought my breakfast this morning. I actually sat down at the table with the family, and the son was talking about how he graduated last year from Fyffe, and he went to a lineman camp back before his senior year at one of the larger high schools around the Birmingham area. And he said all the linemen are sitting there talking about it, and they could not get over the fact that he never came off the field. And they said, wait a minute, you play defense too? He said, that's just the way it is. And they thought, man, there's no way we could play on both sides of football. And that's the thing about it. And I've always said, when you get down to these classifications, 3A, 1A, 2A, you're talking about an injury to a player is one of those that not only affects you on you didn't lose one player, you've lost four, because most of the time they're involved in special teams. And I look down at Caden Sharp, the 5'8", 150-pound senior, has been a linebacker and a wingback all season long, got hurt last week, and he is over here on the sideline in a big knee brace. It pains him not to be out there for his final game, but the score makes it a whole lot easier for a young man like that.
Oh, it really does. I mean, when you have an opportunity 1 year later, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that sometimes you don't get that second opportunity to come back. And now that you're able, it does pain you to be on the sideline not being able to help your team. We've seen that be the case with two squads here tonight that have players a year ago that weren't able to play or having to sit out currently. And I just know that this much. There's no transfer portal, there's no red shirt time in high school. If you're healthy enough to finish playing for 4 years, that's a blessing in and of itself.
Absolutely. Kicking it off right here. Going to be number 15, Gaines Tapley. Fyffe expecting an onside kick, and that's what they get. They will recover it, actually pick it up, and bring it out to the 46-yard line, and that's where they'll start. First down and 10 out at the 46. And, we talked about this as well. These two teams, great coaching. Let's just go ahead and say, and I always look at teams that have discipline in games like this, in a big game. Only 2 penalties called this whole game.
That's unbelievable.
Both of these are running the football, not really holding calls. 2 penalties for a total of 8 yards in this game. So it has been amazing, a well-played game by both sides. And speaking of well played, you got to talk about Anderson. He'll get the call on the right side, gets across midfield. He'll take it down to the Reeltown 48-yard line.
I just love the fact that both of these teams finish blocks offensively. They're going to get their pancakes and add a little syrup to it as well, because when you look at having a man down, you're allowing that offensive runner to be able to cut back or being able to gain additional yards if you're not able to make the play because you have an offensive lineman on top of you.
Power set again, the double wing formation. This time they'll snap it to Gibson. He's hitting the backfield. Good job by Reeltown to get the pressure in there. First man through was Devin Bragg, and finishing him off is number 71, Baylor Clayton, again on the stop.
Clayton with a great job of finishing it up. And you do look at Clayton, 6'4", 230 pounds, being able to put a 3rd and 9 situation on the field for the Fyffe Red Devils, but Fyffe in no hurry offensively, just being very deliberate here with their time of calling and bringing in the play. We'll see if they're able to convert here.
That was Baylor's 4th solo tackle of the game, leading the way for the Reeltown defense. Hornsby, who is also, by the way, the quarterback. Going to be Anderson going on the left side. He will be close to first down yardage. Looks like he will be marked shy and bring up 4th down and a long 3. And could we see the first punt from Fyffe this afternoon?
Have not attempted a 4th down opportunity here. So if they're able to go and convert, it'll be their first 4th down conversion.
Looks like they will go for it here. Anderson in the backfield with Dobbins. 4th, about 3.5 to 4. They'll switch it. This is going to be a quick kick. Dobbins boots it out of there. Nobody back to return. It's going to roll. Look at this. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and to the 1. Well executed on the punt that time by Blake Dobbins, and now Reeltown starting deep in their own territory.
And you can tell that's something that they practice on the regular. If you don't jump off sides to give them the first down, they just go ahead and get a perfect punt. Not a coffin corner. It just literally died at the 1-yard line, and down there to get on top of it for Fyffe was Ryder Gibson.
So first down and 10. Reeltown starting at their own 1-yard line. They go from left to right here in the 3rd period. We got 4:49 left in the 3rd, 36-18, Fyffe with the lead. Deep in their own territory, handoff left side. Going shy of the first down, but we'll give them a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Great job of picking up positive yardage there. And I know that if you're in this situation, you don't mind going 99 yards if you're Reeltown. Coach Matt Johnson just wants his team to continue to be efficient and productive. Like you mentioned, no penalties as far as only 2 for 8, none for 5. But here, just be very efficient and effective. Don't care about the time of possession. Just make sure you get points on the board.
Hornsby in the shotgun. He's got Woods back there with him. He'll fake it. Now step back. Going to throw the fly pattern down the middle of the field. Got a man. It's picked off. Intercepted the other way. It's going to be Maddox Doss. Doss with a return to the 25-yard line. He will go to the far side. We may have a flag on the play out there where the interception took place. Throwing it into double coverage, and we do have a yellow flag at the 45.
And right when it came out, it was in the era of pass interference because the defender on the play, Bryce Totoro, you look at him being in defense, and it was a nice tip ball drill, but apparently, according to the officials, we'll see if he got there a little bit too early. That will cost him the PI call and allow this Reeltown team to regroup and continue this drive.
They are discussing it, and we'll get the call from the official here momentarily. But a huge call right here if Reeltown can keep possession. Looks like they're marching back.
During the play, pass interference against the defense. Penalty being forced 15 yards from the previous spot. Results in a first down.
So it is pass interference against Fyffe, and that will negate the interception. Instead, Reeltown will get the advantage there. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Rebels out at about the 26-yard line.
Give me one.
3:51.
Give me one on the box.
3:51 remaining there.
Referee doesn't realize his microphone is still on. Maybe he did then, or maybe we did, but he was blasting over the stadium there. 1st down and 10 for the Rebels. Handoff left side, going to be Woods. He may have gotten to the line of scrimmage, maybe a step more. Clock rolling, 3:40 left here in this third period. 36-18, Fyffe leading over Reeltown.
And Tommy, I know that anytime you're able to get a free first down, you want to try to get as many yards as possible on that new first down. Only 1 yard there for Reeltown on that run.
Facing 2nd down and 9. Here come the Rebel offense. Sweep to the left side. Going to be Woods. Gets a great block out there. He will carry defenders forward across the 35 out to about the 39-yard line. Incredible block on the far side. That was number 50, Zachary Riley, as he paved the way on that left side. And again, another Reeltown first down.
And one of the great things about Zachary Riley earlier in the contest when there was a long touchdown run, as soon as his back got past the line of scrimmage, he held his hands up and signaled touchdown.
He went ref mode there, buddy.
He did. So you know that he's giving it all, trying to grade the way. And I love these tall sweeps, though.
Back to the wishbone they go. A little delayed handoff on the left side, and nothing doing that time for Reedwood. Hit right at the line, brings up 2nd and long. Clock rolling, 2:45 left here in this third. Bryant-Denny Stadium, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tommy Wood along with Corey LeBounty. Clouds rolling in. This is not the final game of the Super 7. We've got a dandy coming up next, Class 6A. Saraland and Clay Chalkville going to wrap up the 2023 Super 7. Sweep to the near side for Woods. Check that. Roberts gets a block, cuts inside that block across the 45, and they will mark him down at the 48-yard line. He is close to another Rebel first down.
Just playing so clean from a blocking standpoint. It is going to be enough for a Reeltown first down right at their own 48-yard line. But the way that they are most effective is sweep left, sweep right, and giving those guards and tackles an opportunity to pull and get out to the second level on the linebackers and corners.
Still 2 tight ends for Reeltown. Handoff. Roberts slips down in the backfield. I think he and Hornsby, I think the feet got tangled up, and he goes straight down, so that'll lose a yard. Make it second down, maybe closer to 2 yards. We'll call it second down and 12 for Reeltown. Back at the 46-yard line.
Traylon Roberts really frustrated at himself that he wasn't able to keep his balance on that run because the offensive line did open up a hole here for him, but he lost 2 yards in the process.
Got official stoppage of play here. And they're coming forward in the officials meeting right over the football. Let's see. Again, it should be second down. They get it squared away, and here we go. Second down, about 12 yards to go. 2 tight ends for Reeltown as they go from left to right. 1:13. Continuing in this third period, they'll sweep it to the left. That's Roberts. All kinds of penetration. He's going down back at the 45.
And you had 3 Fyffe Red Devils led by Logan Anderson in the backfield before he was able to get any head of steam, and it's going to be a 1-yard loss on that play, bringing up third down and 13. And Reeltown does not want to play behind the sticks like this, trailing 36-18.
Third and long. Rebels come to the line. I backfield behind Hornsby as he'll bring Martin in motion, then drop back to pass. Looking in the flats. Throw. The catch is made. Hit immediately and driven back. Maybe a gain of a half yard. On the catch was Devin Bragg, and on the stop, Blake Dobbins up to make the hit. And also in on the stop, looked like number 11, Anthony Mill, got in there as well.
Bragg, the 5'9", 210-pound junior, or sophomore on that play. Now, you're in 4-down territory, really, trailing 36-18. We saw a quick kick earlier, but none here.
We will head to the fourth. Big decision right now for Reeltown, facing 4th and 11 when we come back. Fyffe with a big lead over the Rebels, 36-18. This is the 2A state championship game, live on AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seat belts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com. For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Back at Bryant-Denny Stadium here as we open up the fourth period, 36-18. Fyffe leading over Reeltown. I'm Tommy Wood along with Corey LaBounty as we wind up our week. Another game coming up following this, and when you got the Clay Chalkville Cougars and the Spartans of Saraland squaring off in a highly anticipated matchup with some talent on the field. But we've had a blast here in this Class 2A game, Corey.
Absolutely. It started off with a bang, back and forth. We went first 3 possessions were touchdowns for all of these teams. And again, Tommy, you look at this overall week here, great crowd here for this 2A state championship game.
You know, it was kind of like one of those boxing matches that you saw back in the 70s and 80s. You go back and watch Muhammad Ali, and it's like the first round just wailing on each other, and then after that it settles into a boxing match. And that's kind of what we've seen here. The first period was back and forth. Now it's settling in, and Fyffe really taking command. Throwing down the middle, hitch is going to be made inside the 35, 30-yard line and stepped out of bounds. On the reception that time, Demetrius Brown, the junior, he'll haul it in. Big play for that Reeltown offense on 4th down.
Huge conversion on 4th down, and you look at that completion there to start the 4th quarter. It's exactly what you needed, because to start the 3rd quarter, it started with a turnover on the kickoff, and this is a different start of the last 12 minutes, leading to the blue map opportunity for both of these programs.
Hornsby has been able to hit the targets today. He's 5 of 6 passing. 1st and 10 here, and he'll hand it off. Going to be Arthur Woods trying to get to the corner. Flag comes in, and tracking him down again is going to be Ryder Gibson. Looks like a hold could be coming up against Reeltown.
And something that you really don't see a lot of, like you mentioned, this would only be the 4th penalty flag thrown total in this contest tonight.
Holding on the offense. Penalty spot, 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay 1st down.
Play just a moment ago, Ryder Gibson hauling in Arthur Woods. Let me kind of give you a little breath of fresh air here. Leading tacklers today for Fyffe, Maddox Doss.
Please see reset the play clock to 11:36.
Maddox Doss, the freshman, has 6 solo stops to lead the way until just a moment ago when fellow freshman Ryder Gibson picked up his 7th solo time. So leading tacklers today, both freshmen for Fyffe.
Yeah, great future there here. Reeltown still trying to punch this in.
Back to pass. Hornsby looks, got his man out there. Catch is made again. And inside the 25-yard line, down to the 23-yard line goes Tay Martin. I am impressed with the way Hornsby can place the football exactly where it needs to be placed. He's 6 of 7. And that will get it back into a very manageable 2nd and about 3.5.
And Tay Martin has over 1,200 yards combined, receiving and rushing, 18 touchdowns to his name, 10 rushing and 6 receiving, so he's just versatile.
On 2nd down, Hornsby will take it. He'll fake it, drop back again. Looks to the near side, dumps it off. Catch is made inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. Pulling that one in is number 5, Hagan Lewis. And looks like he will be shy of the 1st down based on the mark at about the 19-yard line. So 3rd and about yard for Reeltown.
Another huge 3rd down opportunity. And you look at Reeltown, 4 out of 7 in this state championship game.
Wishbone formation handed off left side. Wow, hitting the backfield. What a major crush. Tay Martin is blown up in the backfield. He will lose a yard.
Simon Hicks comes from his outside linebacker position, does a great job of getting down the field, and it brings up 4th down and 2 yards to go. He was going to get into that end zone, but a tremendous textbook tackle being made by Simon Hicks, the 5'11", 210-pound junior.
4th down, they'll sweep it to the right to Arthur Woods, trying to get to the boundary. He'll get a block, cannot get away, and he's going to be tracked down. Phenomenal play across the way for Everett DeBoard. He will bring him down, and the Reeltown Rebels will turn it over on downs. Fyffe offense back on the field.
And Tommy, he tried to bounce it to the outside. If he would have taken a step on the inside instead of continuing to bounce it out to the numbers, he might have been able to avoid that outside tackle. But once again, a huge stop by the Fyffe Red Devils, and it negates a long drive that is all for naught for the Reeltown Rebels.
The road up the hill just got a little steeper for Reeltown here with 10:08 remaining. Handoff. Anderson, he will hammer his way out to about the 29-yard line, give him a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Positive yardage as you look at We're under 10 minutes to play here in this 2A state championship game, and Reeltown needs to find a way to come away with a turnover, try to rip that ball away, because you know Fyffe is in no hurry to snap the football.
Anderson now with 191 yards in this game on 23 carries. He's got 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Second down. Red Devils come to the line. They'll snap it to Anderson. He breaks 3 tackles and breaks free to the 40-yard line. He'll bring it all the way out to the 42. How he got through there, I have no idea. But all of a sudden, he comes out the back of the pack, and he's got another Red Devil first down. They're 18th here today.
Just continues to get stronger as the contest progresses, as he is now knocking on the door and has surpassed the 200-yard mark. And don't be surprised, his long run is of 77 yards as Reeltown continues to wear down if he doesn't pop off and bust another big one before we're done.
You know, one thing about it, when you're trying to strip the football, you don't get the arms around the runner. Sometimes they slip out the back door. That time, Anderson, not a whole lot of room there. He's brought down by Devin Bragg. Maybe a gain of a yard. Brings up second down and long.
Reeltown winning 13 in a row, their last state championship in 2009. Scratching and clawing, trying to make sure that they secure the blue map, and Fyffe trying to say, no, 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 we want to be like Leroy and be your back-to-back state champion.
Look at Coach Paul Benefield there on the Jumbotron. We'll talk about his coaching numbers a little bit later on. But a phenomenal career. Hands it off to Anderson left side. Again, good defensive penetration by Reeltown. But Paul Benefield with a win here takes his record overall to 351 and 56. He will tie Danny Horn, who is at Central of Clay County, with 351 wins. They are both in second place, just behind Terry Curtis, who has 355. All coaches still active, by the way.
Active. That's what I love about it. All of them, and Terry Curtis and Danny Horn head-to-head earlier in the first round of the playoffs here. So, again, living legends still coaching up with numerous victories.
Hand off to Anderson. He will get into the 45-yard line, fall forward to about the 46. Is there a flag on the play? The officials are coming in as if something happened. Yeah, flag is over here on the near sideline. I was shielded by the Fyffe players, but there is a flag over here on the near side. And we'll get the call here.
Illegal formation on the offense. Penalty to be 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay third down.
It's a big penalty right there. Coach Benefield not at all pleased because someone did not line up correctly. And he's making sure that that doesn't happen again here in the next 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
Coaching his team up, and I love the fact that he can let you know with constructive criticism what's going on in regards to how he feels his team should be aligned. And penalties are normally not a problem for Fyffe.
Now we've got some discussion between the officials back behind the football, and Reeltown coaches are pointing at the clock, which is continuing to roll right now. They finally stop it at 6:42, so they are going to have to put some time back on the clock. Again, the score 36-18, Fyffe leading over Reeltown. But the clock rolled throughout the penalty and the march off. So they will have to come back and reset some time on the clock. We were talking during the break. Reeltown's a very good football team. I'm just telling you. That just tells you how well Fyffe has played today and the program that they have going on under Coach Benefield.
Well, you look at defensively, only giving up 12.8 points per game did Reeltown, and Fyffe comes away here and already has 36. But I know this, Reeltown is definitely a team moving forward 2A Region 3. You make it here to the state championship game with a come-from-behind win over B.B. Comer, 31-28 in dramatic fashion. I know that as far as looking at the scoreboard right now, Coach Matt Johnson, not really the outcome that he wanted and prognosticated for his team, but Reeltown, the Rebels, are a team that are not going to give up, as evident in their semifinal game.
Hey, I'm not going to hurt Fyffe in any way possible, but I'm going to tell you this. If you are watching the reclassification show coming up in a few weeks and Paul Benefield calls you and says, hey, how would you like to play the next 2 years? I'm just going to tell you that his roster right now, he's losing 2 starters from today's game on offense and 2 on defense. So just saying.
Yeah.
They're not going to be too bad next year. He's going to bring back Logan Anderson. He's going to bring back the guys we were talking about earlier, Ryder Gibson, Maddox Doss. Dobbins, the quarterback, is coming back. That is a very special class of juniors they have at Fyffe. You see the folks from Saraland starting to file in over here in front of us. They will be the visitors in the 6A game coming up later tonight. A lot of eyes will be on this field with the talent that's going to be on the field. Mbakwe for Chalkville, Williams for Saraland.
Officials timeout.
Have we had the media yet?
We will take the media timeout right here with 6:42 while we solve the clock issues. We'll take the timeout and come back with more. It's 36-18, Fyffe leading over Reeltown in the 2A state championship game.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seat belts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com. For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Back at Bryant-Denny Stadium, still working out the issues with how much time is left on the clock. We've got 6:42.
Play is being declined. Ball would be placed at the 42-yard line. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 8:02. It will be 4th down.
So they decline the penalty, forcing Fyffe into a 4th down play.
Tom, this is what replay told me. Put it on 8:02, please.
I don't think we're supposed to hear that. Tom, it's what replay told me. Oh, me. All right. Hey.
At least they're working together to get it right.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, that's what they told me. Put it on there. Love it. He forgot to turn the mic off, so everybody knows that Tom didn't want to put 8:02 on there, but that's what we're going to put. Now, Fyffe's going to have to punt the football away. Back to punt. Going to be Blake Dobbins.
And that's a fairly lengthy delay there.
It is.
It's
still like they're not sure if they've still got everything right. Let's see.
Because this game, you mentioned before it even started, it would probably be done by 5:30 after the trophy
Sure seemed
presentation,
like it.
and we would have an opportunity to to have more than an hour and a half warm-up for the two teams that are playing in the 6A state championship game.
They looks like we're about to get started again.
But it is 4th down nonetheless.
Going to punt the football away. On 4th at about 9.5. Fyffe did not punt in the first half. Low liner going to be fielded by Woods. He'll try to bounce it outside, turn the corner down the far sideline. Good return. Looks like he went out of bounds on the far side at about the 39-yard line. We'll see where we get the spot all the way up to the 40. So Reeltown with good field position.
Going back to that play, it was an illegal formation called. The penalty was run and declined. Therefore, it became 4th down. So that was the discussion along with the time. So we were discussing whether the penalty was accepted or declined. Also, the time on the clock, and the officials got together and got it right.
All right, 2 split outs either way. Hornsby going to load up the shotgun. He's been able to hit his targets all day. This time down the middle, almost picked off. Simon Hicks will break in front. Knock it away from Finn Henderson. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Trying to thread the needle in that situation. And you mentioned just sitting and waiting on that football, not able to squeeze it. But again, it is a 2nd down and 10 yards to go here for Reeltown, in desperate need of a score here.
Shotgun formation. He'll send 3 to the near side. Jake Hornsby takes the snap, flips it out in a hurry. Catch is going to be made. That's Martin. Martin comes to the near side, runs through a defender across the 45. And he will take it closer to the 47-yard line. Sets up a 3rd down. And a long 3. And maybe just a short 3 at this point as they move it forward to the 47. So needing to reach midfield. 2 split outs will go to the right. Now 3 will go that way. Hornsby will flip it out again. Catch is going to be made. Cutting inside for the 1st down and more across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. On the reception that time was number 5, Hagan Lewis. So 1st down and 10 for Reeltown.
And Reeltown quickly trying to get to the line of scrimmage, having the play called as time is not their friend with 6:47 remaining in the 4th quarter.
You'll see Hornsby put it in the air a lot. This time he'll float it down the side. Catch is going to be made at the 35-yard line. Another 1st down play, this time connecting with Demetrius Brown. Clock will stop to move the chains with 6:37 remaining.
Nice pass, nice completion, and anytime you're able to catch a pass or run to the perimeter, you want to make sure you step out of bounds to save some valuable seconds and clock time.
Hornsby steps back, looks in the flats again, flips it out there. Catch is going to be made. In trouble, got to get out of bounds, doesn't do so, and going to be dropped at about the 27-yard line is Xavier Thomas.
And that's exactly what I was referring to. Anytime you run routes, you want to make sure that you, unless you know it's a 1st down where the clock stopped, get out of bounds, and you have to be aware of time and situation there.
A lot of time running off the clock before this play. Now Hornsby steps back. Throws it. Catch made. Diving close to the 20-yard line is going to be Xavier Thomas again. And 1st down yardage is achieved, so 1st and 10 for Reeltown.
Great drive coming up here. It's going to be the 6th play of this drive upcoming for Reeltown.
Hornsby, 3 receivers to his left. 1 will go to his right. Steps back. Looking. Now rolls to the right side. Looking for someone to get open. He does. Good throw and catch, and stepping out of bounds inside the 10-yard line is Finn Henderson.
Great job by Henderson, being aware of where he was, knowing that the defender was approaching him. Just go ahead and step out of bounds to stop the clock.
Well, before that, very smart play because his route was to take him inside. He saw his quarterback in trouble, so he rolled with him, matching him step for step and gave him a good throwing target. And a great play, great throw and catch. And now it's 1st and goal for Reeltown.
1st and goal, Tommy. Your play sheet kind of condenses here, but you have some big targets to throw to.
Hornsby Bobbles it, hands it off to Woods, and are
His
they going to
knee
say
was
the knee
down.
was down? Yep.
Yeah.
The knee was down back at the 13. Low snap on it. Hornsby had to go down and get it. And they'll say the knee hits the ground, and Reeltown's going to burn a timeout here.
Timeout.
Have no choice but to call that timeout there. It is their first called timeout here of the second half. So they will have 2 remaining on 1st and goal to go at the Red Devil 8-yard line.
When you talk about amazing stats, and we've gone over a lot.
Operator, please reset the game clock.
Uh-oh.
5-2-2. 5-2-2.
Tom, you better put 522 on there, is all I'm saying. But when you talk about stats, I was reading the other day, since 2014, Fyffe Red Devils have 6 state championships. They also have 6 losses. You have as many championships as you have losses since 2014. That is a dominant program.
It's a dynasty when you start looking at it in the North Alabama area, the Fyffe, DeKalb area. I know that Paul Benefield is very comfortable in coaching this dynasty here. 27 years at Fyffe, 32 total seasons, 350 wins to only 56 losses. And out of those 350 total wins in 32 seasons, 305 of those, trying to make it 306 coming with Fyffe.
I mean, you talk about blue bloods. We've used that term a lot, and this is just one of those programs that, you know, every time you mention it, just football comes to mind and excellence in football when you mention Fyffe. Low snap again. Hornsby goes down and gets it, then flips it on the outside. Catch is going to be made. Wow, Tay Martin is drilled by Anderson.
Textbook tackle by Anderson. As soon as the receiver catches the football, he's able to get him to the ground.
Now 3rd and goal from about the 15-yard line. And they'll say the 12, so did get forward progress there. Hornsby drops back. Going to need a big play here. Throws it into triple coverage, and it's going to be broken up. And it will bring up 4th down and goal.
Well, here is your game for Reeltown. You're trailing 36-18 in the 2A state championship game. 4th and goal. Find your largest targets, which is Finn Henderson at 6'4". Make it a catchable football, though, if you're going to loft it on up there. As now the clock has stopped because of the incompletion, but you want to make sure here you hear Reeltown's fans encouraging them. You hear Fyffe fans encouraging them. So put it to where your only wide receiver can catch it.
Play clock down to 2. Hornsby takes it, steps back, steps up in the pocket. Going to have to get rid of it. Throws in the end zone. Catch is made. What a throw and what a catch. Hauling that in is Tay Martin. He threaded the needle there and got it in between 3 defenders, put it on the money, and that's a touchdown for the Rebels.
His 19th total touchdown, his 7th receiving, and you had to have a throw into the end zone. An outstanding route run by Tay Martin coming back into the middle of the field. He caught it in the end zone that says Crimson Tide, came right around to that O in Crimson, coming across the field, and a great completion.
They will move the ball to the right hash. Hornsby again from the shotgun on the 2-point conversion. Would bring it back to a 2-score game. Now they'll bring the receivers. 4 are to the left side, 1 to the right. And they're just going to hand it off on the reverse, trying to get the corner. He's not going to do it. There is nowhere to go. Trying to get some blocks over here. Just nowhere to turn it up. They strung it out and get the stop. But Reeltown gets on the board. Our new score, 536. Reeltown 24. We got 4:46 left in the game.
Tommy, 11-play, 60-yard drive, 2:54 off of the clock, and more of importance, only 2 timeouts remaining for Reeltown. So here we know Fyffe is very deliberate with their play calling and how long they take off of the play clock and the game clock. So right here, you're going to have to get a stop on 1st and 2nd down and waste those 2 timeouts quickly so the clock doesn't bleed out on you.
You know, the last kickoff for Reeltown was not really an onside kick. It was kind of a squib kick. I guess you're just hoping for the best. But I think right now you got to go straight up onside kick because obviously stopping Fyffe is going to be, you've only got 2 timeouts. You've got to try to keep the football. You're down still by 12, so you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop here. And I think you got to go onside kick with 4:45 left.
And if you don't get it, if you're not able to steal that possession, then you just go ahead and you utilize and call your timeouts. But here we'll see if it's able to take the perfect bounce.
Gaines Tapley going to kick it. He will bounce it over there, and it is recovered by Fyffe at the 48-yard line. Looked like a Reeltown coverage guy got a hand on it. I don't think he ever touched it. And Fyffe will take over, first down and 10 near the midfield stripe with 4:45 left in the game.
And you start looking at the overall yards here for Logan Anderson. Has 27 rushes, 205 yards, 3 touchdowns. And this young man who's a senior playing in his last high school football game, trying to salt it away for his Fyffe Red Devils. And it's got to be really sweet for him knowing that a year ago wasn't able to.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Anderson's only a junior, so it's not. He's got another year left, so that's going to be.
Oh, my goodness.
That is something that, again, folks need to be aware of. Another year of this guy who's flirted with 3,000 yards.
Well, if you start looking at total yardage where he starts accumulating, if he's able to stay healthy, which is the biggest thing when you do play 2 ways in 2A, 1A, and 3A football, you want to find a way to continue to feature a special athlete like Logan. And he's been special all night long, and they'll continue to feed him. We'll see if he's able to get his 28th rush. But if we're Reeltown, you have to dig in here on 2nd and 3 and not let them be able to convert because you didn't call a timeout early.
They'll go with the Wildcat set. Snap it to Anderson. Comes to the near side. He's going to turn the corner, 35-yard line, 30-yard line. He'll step out of bounds inside the 25 at about the 24.
Well, Tommy, his uniform started off being white jersey and white pants, but it no longer is white. His uniform is now brown and green from all of the contact he's made with the grass here at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
It's maybe one of the easiest MVP votes in the history of the Super 7. This guy has done it all. You talk about his day. We've got him 29 carries for 233 yards. Defensively, he's got 6 tackles. Going to add to it right here. He'll carry it left side into the 20-yard line down to the 19. Gain of about 4 more, so we'll call it 2nd and 6.
And you do have your first long injury of the night for a Fyffe Red Devil.
Looks like that may be freshman Weston Evans, 42. Looks like out there on the field. They will, training staff, go out and check on him.
And it does stop the clock with 3:32 remaining.
Please reset the game clock to 3:36. 3:36.
3:36. Tom, if you're listening, make sure you put that on there. That official a few moments ago made sure that Tom knew that that's what the replay booth told him to put on there. But a dominating performance here. Looking at total yardage, and when I say dominating performances, Reeltown, as I said, 353 yards, Fyffe with 380. But it seems like every time you do a Fyffe football game, there's always a critical point in the game where they are able to jump out to a lead, and it seems to be at the end of the first half, the beginning of the second. And that's what we saw here. They scored just before halftime, and we're like, well, Reeltown will get the ball to open up the second half. Well, that kick hits the up man. Reeltown gets recovery. They go down and score. And next thing you know, it's like a 14-point swing. And it seems like Reeltown does that. I'm sorry, Fyffe will do that every time in a championship game. And it was key here in this ball game. And as you see, the difference is 12 points.
And what is amazing is 14 points in the first, 14 in the second, 8 in the third. Have not scored here in the fourth quarter. So if you're Reeltown, that's how you've been able to kind of claw your way back into this contest and make it 36-24.
Reeltown has outscored Fyffe in the second half, 12-8. 2nd down and 6 here for the Red Devils. Going to be Anderson. Anderson to the 15-yard line, lowers his shoulder, runs through a defender. He's got another first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
And the clock continues to run down after the ball will be spotted here for the first down. So you have to look at some point in time to whether you want to go ahead and use these last 2 timeouts or whether you're just saving them offensively, because you're not going to be able to take them with you, that's for sure, back to Tallapoosa. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and use them.
Well, at this, you're looking at 2:47 and rolling as Fyffe comes to the line. They'll let the play clock wind down. 3 seconds on the clock. Handed, actually, the direct snap to Anderson, and he will find a gap, get to the 5-yard line. They will drop him at the 5. But he rips off another gain of about 7. And I want to do it again. Jay Lyles at center, Levi O'Connor at guard, Jacob Butts at guard, Jesse Martin at a tackle, Tucker Wilkes at a tackle. Those guys have been very impressive here this afternoon. That offensive front for Fyffe always have a good offensive line, and today they come up big here in this championship game.
Once again, just give credit where credit is due. If you could give a total MVP, it would definitely be for those guys up front.
2nd down. Snap comes to the outside, turning the corner, sliding down. Instead of going in is Anderson, so he'll get the first down. Wisely takes a knee so that they can continue to run the clock.
Just such a heady player.
Wow.
Knowing that he had the first down, could have had his 4th rushing touchdown of the night, and decides to go down after getting the first down because it's obvious that Reeltown has waved the white flag and will not call timeout.
Just came around the corner and picks up the first down, knowing now that they have it. One indication, it looked like Anderson was telling let someone else score. And into the end zone, I believe that is Anderson. I think he was trying to give someone else an opportunity to score. Instead, it's touchdown number 4 for number 24. As Fyffe scores again. The score, 42-24. And the Red Devils will repeat as 2A state champions. And again, not really picking up that point right there. Doesn't really, change the winner that much. Looked like Anderson was thinking about just taking a knee again. Instead, goes in the end zone.
256 on 34 attempts, 4 touchdowns for Logan Anderson. And I will say this. I know that it's hard to win one state championship, but to repeat, we've seen so far Leroy go back-to-back. We've seen now Fyffe. It appears that they're going to go back-to-back. And Saraland, our last opponent here in 6A, they're attempting to go back-to-back. As Thompson, they were going for 5 in a row, and they were dethroned by Central and Phoenix City. So it's so hard to win that first or that one, but back-to-back is even harder.
Here's you one to think about. That was touchdown number 45 for Logan Anderson. 15 games, 3 touchdowns a game is what you averaged during your junior year. Impressive statistics there, and the extra point is good, making it 43-24. The Fyffe Red Devils going to break the string. The South had won 5 in a row. Fyffe will put a halt to that. Also, all the winners had been undefeated. Fyffe will put a halt to that. They will finish 14-1. But most importantly, it's how you finish. And if you finish in the Super 7 with more points than your opponent, then you've had a successful year, obviously.
Absolutely. Nothing to hold your head down if you're a Reeltown Rebel fan. And it'll be a squibber right up the middle, and it'll be lateraled and returned.
Tay Martin's got it on the return to the 40-yard line. He will go through a wall of white at about the 45 and bounce his way out to about the 47, maybe the 48-yard line. And we've got 1 minute left to play. Reeltown offense coming back on the field.
Well, Reeltown, we'll see here if they decide to let some young men play who normally have not seen any action throughout the night. As you do see a state championship appearance, it's always great to say, look, not only did I warm up at Bryant-Denny in the 2A state championship game, I got an opportunity to get in there and get some TikTok as well.
Hornsby in there. 3 split outs go to the right side. He'll step back, try to throw it. Got a fade pattern over here to the near side. Jump ball, and not able to come down with it is Demetrius Brown. Good coverage out here by Bryce Tothero. It'll bring up second down. 53 seconds now on the clock. The clock stops there. Don't forget, following the game, we'll have our trophy presentation, MVP trophy. And recognize our coaches as well. And keep it locked on the AHSAA throughout the remainder of the evening. A great game to close it out. Saraland taking on Clay Chalkville for the 6A state championship.
Looking forward to that matchup as there'll be 5-star athletes everywhere.
Slant pattern, catch is made inside the 45-yard line, and that's going to be Brown as Hornsby finds him coming in from the left side. Going to leave it short, third down and about a yard. Hornsby, shotgun, steps straight back, throws it in the flats. Catch is going to be made for the first down. Trying to bounce it around and falling out of bounds. Good effort to stop the clock out there. And Xavier Thomas, who gets out of bounds, and he'll stop the clock with 27 seconds on it.
Picks up that first down, no quit in Reeltown, with this ball being right at the 39-yard line of the Red Devils.
And it would be huge for Reeltown to get on the board here to end this ball game. Just for confidence factor. And a lot of them ending their career on a high note. Hornsby takes it, back to pass again. Looks down the middle, throw, and it's in behind the receiver, but it hits the ground incomplete. He was trying to find Everett DeBoard. Or check that, Everett DeBoard almost comes up with the interception. He was trying to find Henderson, I should say. I'll get it right in a minute, coming across the middle. But it's incomplete, stops the clock with 22 seconds on it.
Back-to-back state champions for the Fyffe Red Devils. And you look at...
If it was a closer game, they would review that, but it will go as an incomplete pass. Hornsby back, rolls around in trouble, breaks the first tackle, gets through a second, drops the football. It's on the turf, battle for it at the 41-yard line. Fyffe says they have it, and they do. Fyffe will recover it. Mark it at the 41-yard line. Coming out of there with it is the senior, Holden Smith. Nice way to end your career in high school football with a recovery.
Absolutely, and it just epitomizes how hard-working this Red Devil defense has been the entire contest, making sure that Reeltown wasn't going to tack on one late as the Red Devils do take over, and you have a lot of fresh bodies being issued into the game as you see a lot of clean white uniforms now snapping of the football for Fyffe.
Clock with 10 seconds. They'll take it and take a knee. And that's exactly what they do, and that is it for the ball game. Paul Benefiel wins game number 351, and the Fyffe Red Devils win the 2A state championship. We'll take this time out and come back with the trophy presentation and our award ceremony following tonight's game right here on the Ingram Equipment postgame show coming up next.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
This is the moment you've been waiting for, working for, pushing yourself for. The moment to leave it all on the field. Because when you break free and we rise to our feet, touchdown! That powerful moment connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of football across the state. Power for a better Alabama.
Your education's here and now.
Information is just a click away. At AOTourism.com, find out what many a publication deem as one of the best places to live, to work, and even raise a family. And yes, even retire right here in Auburn and Opelika. You can explore what the area has to offer with their world-class hotels and restaurants. As for recreation, well, the possibilities are endless. You can even check out available meeting space. Eat, stay, explore, play, meet, and visit AOTourism.com.
Communities don't just happen. They're built by people. From the big moments to the small acts of kindness. It's the authentic connections we make that define us. At Alpha Insurance, we know that every day you're building things that are worth protecting. Because for us, this is more than coverage. It's who we are. Alpha Insurance, building tomorrow together.
Here in Alabama, we love our families, our state, and we love our country. At Charleston Gas Lanterns, we use nothing but the finest materials and the purest copper. Everything we use to make our handcrafted gas and electric copper lanterns is sourced in the USA, and each lantern is built right here in Mobile. Make your home or business stand out. Located at 1800 East Service Road, I-65. Set an appointment to come by 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, the building with the large lantern on top. Or give us a call, 251-478-0072. Charleston Gas Lanterns, where being number one is not just a tradition, it's a way of life.
For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's most reliable option for all of your sign needs. Custom metal, wood, or coroplast signs for your businesses or organizations, wraps or decals for your vehicle or boat, full color banners for any occasion. SignSource also provides fast, quality sign installation and service needs, including crane rentals and lighting maintenance. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com and call us at 256-825-0197. Go straight to the source, SignSource.
Now, from Fyffe High School, head coach Paul Benefield. Join us in congratulating both coaches for an incredible season. And now, please join us in welcoming Jill Harrison from Team IP to the field, along with JT Lawrence, Assistant Director of the AHSAA, for the presentation of the Most Valuable Player Award. The 2023 Most Valuable Player for the Class 2A State Championship game is number 24, Logan Anderson from Fyffe High School. At this time, we ask that you please welcome Central Board Member Quentin Lee from District 6 to the field, along with Kim Vickers, Associate Executive Director of the AHSAA, for the presentation of the 2023 Class 2A State Championship Runner-Up Trophy. Your 2023 2A State Championship runner-up is the Reeltown Rebels, led by head coach Matt Johnson. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, please give a warm welcome to Executive Director of the AHSAA, Alvin Briggs, and Central Board Member Brian Jett from District 8 for the presentation of the 2023 2A State Championship Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 2A State Champions are the Fyffe Red Devils, led by head coach Paul Benefield. Congratulations to the 2023 2A State Champions.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you?
I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment?
No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Okay, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Check out Team IP's booth. Visit ahsaa.teamip.com.
What value would you gain working with Lee Marketing Group? With 4 divisions under one umbrella, Sign Source, Lee Apparel, R&B Sports Media, and LMG Advertising Agency, Lee Marketing Group offers a comprehensive approach. From logo design, tees and signs, ad placement, and everything in between, LMG can handle it all. For ease of time, cutting-edge, results-driven marketing campaigns, think LMG. Lee Marketing Group, your comprehensive marketing solution.
This season, Jax is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jax Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jax. All about the South.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Back at Bryant-Denny Stadium, score 43-24. That's your final. Fyffe defeating Reeltown here in the Class 2A state championship game. I'm Tommy Wood, along with Corey LeBounty, as we wrap things up from a very exciting Super 7 as far as you and I are concerned. We had a couple of great ball games, and Fyffe continues to dominate. Just your thoughts on this game today, and what a big win for the Fyffe Red Devils and Coach Paul Benefield.
I thought that it came out with electricity in the offensive standpoint of it, Tommy. And I thought that we would continue to see back and forth from a scoring standpoint. Didn't see that and was amazed with the fact that you saw one player, Logan Anderson, completely take over the game. If you're Reeltown, you knew what was coming. You just could not stop it. And it happened in big bursts early in the first quarter, and it slowed down a little bit. But a phenomenal game. Fyffe, the tradition lives on. Congratulations to Paul Benefield, continuing to etch up the ranks of the AHSAA all-time wins. And we'll have to wait, Lord willing, next year to see what he's able to produce, to see if he's able to surpass Terry Curtis at UMS Wright.
And you talk about the effort here. We saw Reeltown never quit, and that's the thing about it. They've got an outstanding program. What a phenomenal year. And we, don't want to sound cheesy, but, hey, getting here is an honor for these two teams, the last two standing in Class 2A, and what a great season for Reeltown and Coach Matt Johnson. And again, the effort that their team showed out here today shows that they also have an outstanding program.
Absolutely, and from an undefeated standpoint, coming into this championship game, you don't get this far without being gritty, without playing your guts out, without being a phenomenal team. And Reeltown, the Rebels, even though they're going to be runner-up here in Class 2A, nothing to hold their head down about, because they've done a phenomenal job all season long. Their crowd showed up and showed out, and it's just a tremendous honor for them to have made it this far. And to get beat by Fyffe, that's nothing to hold your head down about.
Final stats show how close this game was in the statistical category, with Fyffe 398 total yards, 364 total yards for Reeltown. You asked me the question during your game in Class 4A earlier today, have you seen a team that didn't get a passing yard? Well, we had another one right there. Fyffe, no passing yards, and they get the championship.
Back to back, and you kind of expect that with Fyffe, and you do look at the passing attempts. Well, 0 out of 1. At least they did attempt one pass. And I will say this, it's very rare that you do see two state championship games in a 7 classification state to where you don't see a pass completed in 2A or the classification of 4A.
And I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb. I don't think this next game will have that to worry about.
No, Tommy, you're exactly right. That limb would be very firm that you're standing on right there. Is looking forward to this great 6A state championship matchup that's upcoming.
Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee will have that for you coming up later on the AHSAA Radio Network. We thank you for listening wherever you may have been throughout the day. I appreciate you guys tuning in to the AHSAA Radio Network. Again, Corey LeBounty, appreciate you joining me for the last couple of days. We had a couple of great games and always a great time when we're together and bringing high school football.
Absolutely, Tommy. Can't think of a better way to wrap up the high school football season with you and broadcasting with you on the AHSAA Radio Network. I appreciate all the prep work that you put in and the delivery that you give our listeners on the AHSAA Rep Network. Just top class, and it's a great job, and look forward to working with you again as the basketball season will be right behind us.
Absolutely. Great job, buddy, as always. It's been a blast, and it's going to wrap up our broadcast here for the Super 7. And again, we've got Brett and Randy going to finish it up. But for Corey LeBounty, I'm Tommy Wood saying so long from Bryant-Denny Stadium. Your final score: the Fyffe Red Devils 43, the Reeltown Rebels 24. They are the 2A state champions. Good night, everyone.